Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PUBG Continental Series 2 APAC. And we are so glad to be here once again. We've already had 1/3 of the competition, and now we're looking forward to seeing how the rest of it is going to be panning out. Big thanks to Predator, PUBG Corporation, and of course, this is all brought to you by Geek Events. I am Player the J, and together with Admat, my fellow co-caster, we'll be bringing you all the action. Admat, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. It's been quite a long time since I cast a PUBG PC game. So I'm actually very excited for the Continental Series, and I believe now today we are on day number 3, right? If I'm not mistaken, Jay.
Absolutely.
So as just like we did before, there's going to be 4 matches, 2 in Erangel, 2 in Erangel and 2 in Mirama. So well, I hope that the teams that is participating today will show more action, and I hope they will show more than what they did last week.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we got quite the competition here. And, compared to when we look at PCS1, we got quite a stacked playing field here, ladies and gentlemen, who are all looking to take the crown for PCS2. Let's take a look at our overall schedule here as we are about to enter, as Admas did mention, day number 3. We're going to be having 2 more matches this weekend, followed by 2 more match days the following weekend. And we'll be able to crown who is going to be our winner when it comes down to it. And we have got some of the best teams here coming out from Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and of course, Philippines and Oceania. So we've got quite a number of teams all duking it out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I hope that everything will go well. But Jay, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, but before that, here's the overview of what PCS2 is all about. $200,000 is in the line here for every team that is playing in our Continental Series, where they also will be rewarded with 12.5% of in-game sales. So basically it's $200,000 plus more from any transaction that has been done in PUBG. So this is like the prize pool is very, very, very big in my own opinion.
Yeah, and this is all from your purchases of the PCS2 skins, ladies and gentlemen, in-game. And as Admas did say, we are playing 2 games of Erangel today, and then they will be followed by Miramar for the final 2 games. Our point system going to be based on the super rules, and definitely going to be favoring the bold, as 10 points for the chicken dinner. And you're still going to be able to get 1 point per kill, in fact, sorry.
So right now, it can be seen that maybe kills might rake in more opportunity for you to have more points rather than placement. As you can see that the points that has been put up from the chicken dinner placement up to the 16th place, there's not much differential between each other. So I think, again, from what I see from last week, I think the teams would be focusing more on trying to rake in kills, but at the same time, maybe taking the factor that there are some points that they can gain from just the placement that they will be having. Sorry, today I'm a bit nervous, man. It's my first day, and it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time.
But it's all good, man. I mean, we're all looking forward to seeing how the best in APAC are going to be duking out. And and some of the strongest teams in the past for at this APAC or Southeast Asia level, they definitely know how to get the right balance between positioning and territory, as well as garnering a lot of those kills. Usually they come hand in hand, and it's no surprise to see a lot of the strong teams of the past and currently as well, who are going to be able to get good positioning in the circle and take advantageous fights to get the maximum number of points for their buck. As of course, everyone here is a good shooter, right? So you don't exactly want to try and go toe-to-toe unnecessarily.
So here you go, guys. The current leaderboard after 2 days of the PCS or the PUBG Continental Series 2. You can see Divine Esports is on the first place here with 92 points after they rake in 3 chicken dinners last week. BAE, Battle Arena Elites, 31 points. 72 points. I'm still trying to get my head here. 72 points here with 1 chicken dinner from last week. Fury from Oceania, 68 points. We got Day Trade at number 4, is 64 as well. 64. Buriram United Esports with 55 at number 5. Number 6, Division X Gaming, 51. Astra at number 7, 45. Victim Arise at number 8. With 41 points. Game Home Esports, 39 points. MSC D-Return, 35 points. X Stadium Tuduk, 33 points. Kaiser Tuna, 32 points on 12. From the Future, 31 points. Cerberus Esports and the teams that is in that particular bracket. And Ajay, I think you should take this one, man.
Oh yeah, and Damage Top 5, we're going to be having quite a bit of representation across the board here, I dare say. In first place, of course, is going to be Norins. He's going to have a whopping 3,423 damage, followed by Genfos from Victim Rise. And then we got the 2 members here from Fury Australia. So they're going to be having 2,800 points a piece here, give or take. And of course, we're going to be rounding up the top 5 with the top damage dealer coming out from Malaysians, the Malaysian team Battle Arena Elites, and that's going to be Flood. And in terms of the kills, yeah, it looks like we're going to be having a similar group of people here. The only one recurring from top damage dealers, Vanotica with 18 kills here from Day Trade, Sophia from Battle Arena Elites with a 16, another contributor as well from Day Trade, Norins with 15. 15 is the magic number, it seems here, as Divine Esports is going to have Dian, the newcomer to the squad, and he's going to be contributing quite a bit. And Genfos, again, will be rounding up the 5th spot.
Yeah. So maybe the leaderboard in terms of scoring might be changed this week, because most of the team would be reviewing what had happened from last week, and maybe some of the play style might change as well, just so that the team will actually adapt to what the other teams might do. So again, what is strong from last week might not be strong for this week, and those who might be seemed weak last week maybe could find this this miracle point where they can actually use and maybe come back from all the mistakes or all the lost points that they lost from last week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I think with a schedule like what we have here, it was 6 play days spread over 3 weekends, definitely gives the teams a lot of time to go back, rethink how they want to re-strategize. Because every time you come to a tournament, it's always going to be a slightly different meta, especially when you go to regional tournaments such as this, because everyone is used to playing in the Thai league, the Vietnamese league, for example, and they play very different style. And what works there might not necessarily work here. So yeah, whoever can go back after the preceding weekend, which is the first time that really these teams are able to really mix together, though they are some of them are familiar with each other, then they'll be able to come up with something maybe different, as you said.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I believe that we have an announcement to make regarding what had happened today. So let me find where is that point again, just so that I am not putting some allegations. Okay. It seems that Battle Arena Elite has been received a warning for some indisciplined action towards the operation team in PCS series. PCS2 right here. So they will be deducted 2 points. So basically right now, Battle Arena Elites only have 72. So ladies and gentlemen, though you are maybe one of the best teams for from your region, or maybe the best team in the world, but discipline is discipline. So repercussion will come if, well, you know, cooperation is not given, but it's okay. Maybe Battle Arena Elite would be reflecting back from this warning and will be giving more cooperation in the future later. So 2 points minus that, 72 points right now in terms of the leaderboard points for Battle Arena Elites.
Yeah, and with those 2 points deducted, Battle Arena Elites, they are firmly 20 points behind Divine Esports, and they'll be looking to try and bounce back as much as possible, catch up to the Vietnamese powerhouse team. And Divine has so far been setting the stage alight here. They've managed to get 3 chicken dinners so far and getting quite consistent number of kills. They've been having quite a lackluster 2020 in the build up to PCS2, but now they are starting to look like their dominant selves from what we did see in 2019. The addition of DN to the roster has definitely done something for the team as well. But Battle Arena Elites, they're going to be fancying their chances because this is actually the first time that a Malaysian team is able to play at this regional level, APAC or Southeast Asia for the whole of this year. So they'll be looking to continue to make a big impact.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen some teams coming back like Team Fury, Tiraton, they trade. So maybe this time around they will also try to actually redeem back what had happened from PCS1. And again, seeing Battle Arena Elite finally squeeze through to enter regional APAC regional tournament like PCS right here. So maybe this time around as well, Battle Arena Elite have found that sweet spot that they can use to climb even further and maybe possibly emerge victorious here in our PCS2. But because looking at the leaderboard again, despite the 2 points that they have been deducted, they have quite a very bright future in trying to get or cut to the first place there, because with I believe 72 points, BAE can still have the opportunity to be at first place.
Oh, absolutely. I think they will be licking their lips in anticipation for catching up with Divine Esports. And let's not forget, so far, while they have had good results in general, it's definitely been skewed more towards Erangel. And if they've done their homework on the teams since last weekend, which I'm pretty sure that they would do that, especially this week starting on Erangel, they could be out the gates pretty fast, and the other teams might be a little bit more hard pressed to catch up to them. But of course, there is a chasing pack behind these top two teams, and we've seen flashes of brilliance coming out from a lot of them, as we've actually been having many different winners across all the 8 games that we've seen so far. Fury Australia being the only team, I think, in the top 6 that hasn't actually won, but because they've been getting so many points consistently, they're in that third position, and others will be looking to pull themselves back up as well.
Yeah, this is where I the thing that I have explained earlier, where we were talking about placement and also kill points. An example of a team, Team Fury. Though they might not be having any kind of chicken dinners, but due to the fact that maybe they have been placed quite well, top 5, I believe, if I remember correctly, and also raking up almost to double-digit kills. So there are some points where they did actually, I believe, reached double digits. So with that, you can actually either try to get kills or placements. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks like map number 1 is ready. We are in the plane. Here you go, guys. Erangel here for day number 3 for the PUBG Continental Series 2 for the region APAC.
Oh yeah, and we're getting started. And a reminder who is top dog on Erangel, and based on the amount of points per team for the map of Erangel, Battle Arena Elite standing tall above the rest here with 15.5 points. Divine is going to be close behind with the 12 points. So this is just going to give you an indication on their prowess on this map. But just another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that you can win some delicious PCS2 in-game skins here, and all you have to do is keep watching any of the streams here at PCS2, and we will be dropping codes during the broadcast. So once you see a code at the bottom of your screen, you have to go and key that in-game in PUBG and redeem the gift code, and you get the full set of the PCS2 skins, which look absolutely dope. I don't know if you haven't seen them yet, go check them out. They are absolutely spicy. And remember, it's only one person that can redeem any one particular clothes, so you got to be fast.
You can only get one. Oh man.
Well, there'll be multiple codes over the few days, but yeah, they're running out.
Yeah. All right, guys. So the first circle will be covering mostly the northern part of Erangel. So the teams that is in Sonovska Island would really need to travel quite far here. Vehicles, transportation will be the priority as usual for any pro teams playing in PUBG. You can see here, Batalena Elites is making their way to. I'm not so sure where. Milta. Yeah, they're making their way to Milta, and I believe Milta is clear for loot.
Yeah, it should be pretty decent for them. They're going to be happy that they have the place to themselves. Usually it is their proving ground, and they don't have Victim Rise butting their way in here as we did see on day number 1. So that's something a little bit more positive. But I think they're going to keep in mind that it's going to also allow them to have a very relatively clear rotation path all the way up north. It is a very northern and central circle here, so it's there's not a lot of teams currently in there, so we can probably expect to see teams wanting to try and get ahead of the pack and make some early rotations.
Yeah, here you go. You can see a member from Division Gaming looting over at Servany. They are quite far apart. They're using I'm sorry, I'm quite nervous today. Division actually used what I call the separation strategy, where they would separate their members quite far apart, just in case that maybe one member might be being spotted by an enemy team. So the others would have the time to either decide to flee or maybe give backup to them. So, but there is, again, pros and cons on towards that kind of strategy. Is number one, if you're the one that has been found out, you have to fight it alone, or just maybe wait it out. And number two, the decision to either fight or flee. So that is something quite heavy to be done. But this kind of strategy pays off well because you lowering the risk of a team wipeout instead.
Absolutely right on that. And looks like, as predicted, we're starting to see the mass migrations starting with MSC Theathon, and they're already transitioning out here. Even before the zone has started to collapse, DN for the likes of Divine Esports is over here on that eastern side of Yasnaya, going to be able to spot out more rotations as other teams are looking to try and get inside as soon as they can. Divine, they're definitely going to be the team to beat. I think we've seen a lot of good teamwork coming out from them, whereas in previous tournaments this year, we've seen them a little bit disjointed, but so far they look very consolidated. And now we're seeing that Kaiser Tuna here going to be going for the rotation right past Blood. He's actually opting to go for the following vehicles here, where they can't really influence things here. And you land the connection there, 2 connections, and he's got a fraction of health left remaining here. The vehicle's also smoking, but it's not enough.
Man, Flood decides to only start shooting on the last vehicle. And again, saved by Jay. It was almost an end. But oh, look at that. Levi's gets a knock and also killed Basil. That is the first blood of our map here for game number 1. And that was a nice divine strategy here from Levi's, from Divine Esports. But he's in trouble, actually.
Yeah, this the entirety of Cerberus all out for revenge and blood here as they're looking to all storm the building here. Look at how much utility is actually being expended right now, and he's got exactly the right idea. He knows this can happen, but it doesn't help him too much as the Molotov flames are going to be dealing quite a bit of damage. Haisaki, as the usual fragger here for Cerberus, is looking to make a little bit of a quick engagement here, and he's going to be able to follow through with that. Levi's here going to be punished, but Jend here moving in to well, now avenge his fallen comrade. He's going to be able to get one knock. He's priming the nade, might be able to confirm the kill and get some more here if he's lucky.
Oh, yes. Oh yeah, he crawled back. He's lucky actually. But here comes the push here upon Jan from the bottom side. Subang manages to get that trade in. Jan goes down swinging, but Dian is nearby actually to revive him back. So this is gonna be sort of like a ping pong game where knocks after knocks will be done. And there you go. Another member from Divine Gaming just came here. You can see Turtle. He can be the flanker. He can be that guy coming in. While the CES team might be loading their guards.
And looks like they're going to be able to have all three members back up here in a seemingly reset of the fight. But it's Divine who is going to be up to full HP faster. And they're going to get into good position here with Turtle. Here is going to continue to prime more nades. And look at how much damage is being done there to Smell and Haisaki. As they're really taking quite a beating there. And no helmet already left for Smell. It's going to be a little bit difficult. But Divine Esports, they want to show who's the #1 team coming out from Vietnam. And they're still trying to see, can they get any more connections? Currently, they're still in the closet, and they can't really get out of here. But this is detrimental to both of them.
Yeah, they're trapped. They can't go out because, as you can see, that Divine is spinning them back and front. All they can do is just maybe wait it out, but for how long? As you can see, that Jet managed to get the knock on towards Subang and as well on Haisaki. This is what I was trying to tell. It's a ping pong game, but here comes the push here from Divine, and the wipe is there. Divine takes down Cerberus, and Cerberus will be the first team eliminated from this map, Arangal. And that is actually a very nice push done by the remaining 3 members from Divine Esports. It's sad to see that Levi's has to be the sacrifice for the fight, but having that 4 points in this early part of the match is always a bliss.
Absolutely, and a big confidence booster there for the current leaders. And Cerberus, oh, there's a code on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you key that in ASAP, as that can be your ticket to getting a nice suit of Pcs2 skin. So remember to redeem it in game in the PUBG gift store, and you can be in with a chance there to get the goodies. But yeah, Cerberus, when we came into this tournament, there's a lot of expectation that they could actually be the #1 team to come into this. Definitely, they have the capability. We've seen them in the past, but in the past they had other problems in terms of consistency and also Q confirm. But Q confirm isn't here at PCS2. They didn't even qualify, so this was their chance. But they have been lackluster in week #1, and yeah, seemingly they haven't started ideally to really change any perceptions here.
Now you can the updated circle. The circle circle #2 is in the central northern region of the particular circle #1. So it looks like it's gonna be 50% water, 50% land. With that, gatekeeping will be the key here in getting some extra points. But Fury, remember here.
And I think it is quite congested here, as now we're starting to see that even Fury is starting to face a little bit of congestion. There's going to be Battle Arena elites here at the gas station, and they're actually going all the way back here towards the school side.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're still not over with Divine Esports this time. I'm not so sure who are they fighting against, but you can see that Dian has been knocked down. I think they are we're fighting Star.
Yeah, Astra causing quite a number of problems here. They're going to be having that higher vantage point and still putting a little bit more pressure onto Divine. But I think Divine, they're going to just be thankful that they managed to get this far after being stuck with that altercation earlier on with Cerberus for so long. Division X Gaming here still looking around, and let's not forget, they actually dropped out earliest and were looting around Severny, but they're going to be occupying the compound here across on both sides of the road, and should be able to give a bit of a crossfire, but it's a 3-1 split here, so it does give teams an opportunity to try and storm into the less occupied one. But it's anyone's guess as to which one that could be, if any.
Yes. Meanwhile, we're watching might be another confrontation. It's the Thais versus I believe that is Astra, right? Star?
Oh yeah, Astra.
Yeah, it's Astra from the Australian. Yeah. So, but it looks like Astra is actually falling back after maybe feeling some pressure here coming from Kaiser Tuna. As you can see that they have 2 members putting in front. Meanwhile, we have Divine Esports on the lower ledge of the particular hilltop here. So you can see that the 3 levels of the hill, where each level has 1 team occupying it. KT or Kaiser Tuna is at the most top, meanwhile Divine is at the bottom. Now another Thai team making their way to the circle. This is Day Trade Gaming.
Yeah, and Day Trade, now they were leaders for quite some time, especially after round 2 of the entire tournament, where they did manage to get that monstrous 30-kill game, a 30-point game, sorry, with 20 kills. And they'll be looking to try and bounce back. They haven't been very consistent since they managed to get that big win, and they've been sliding down the standings as a result. Now they're in 4th place, but see what is going to come from that. It's looking quite congested. They are going for this real late rotation strategy to Stalbert, but no, fighting here between Fury Australia. It's going to be X Stadium, though, getting the first knock.
X Stadium gets the knock on towards Jury, and as well kill him off instantly. So X Stadium gets 1 point over Jury. And now we're looking at, again, Team Fury trying to maybe have some revenge kill over, but Ronan could not do much. He has to fall back with a go-kart. Sorry, Juxi is the one that has been killed off here by X Stadium Tuduk. But Fury actually getting up again. X Stadium is still nearby. They are actually splitting into 2 so that they could cover a bigger field of vision, so that they can actually trap Fury within. Meanwhile, Batarina Elite, Sophia, looking over, maybe spot some members here from Magic Esports.
Yeah, Magic Esports also going for a little bit of a split. They have 3 players in the compound and 1 further away. Yeah, in Battle Arena Elite's cases, Sophia is going to be the vanguard here, as he's always typically playing in that role to really try and get as much information. But now Fury Australia, they still haven't really found a good location here in the new zone. As a result, they're getting peppered here from the sides. They really have to settling for the bargain bin, it would seem, here on the very periphery of the zone. It's going to be offering a little bit of cover, but now Buriram United, they are going to be moving in as late as well. They're going to crash into the compound here, where currently there's 2 players here. Zeke is going to be on the outside here. He's going to be able to get the first knock here. Eddie blows up into a ball of flames, and Konaxi goes down. This is a tragedy here for Buriram United. They only have Noradra left on the hill here, as that was one not less to be desired play.
Yeah, that was like, that's almost to the point of suicide, going to Archangel right in front of your face. They are actually ready to receive anything coming from Buriram, and Buriram was like, I think they were shocked, they were confused. I don't think they have the time to even react. Archangel just spew bullets after bullets, and well, 3 members went down, and Noarda is the only one manages to actually get away. But I'm puzzled as well, just like Jay is. I don't know what Buriram was trying to do.
That was not coordinated, and I mean, you can probably guess that there's going to be someone there already, so it wasn't fast or decisive enough. Noradra is going to be settling for one of these huts, and believe it or not, in the later stages here, this is definitely going to be key real estate, especially when you only have 1 member left. But we'll see whether or not he actually needs to move out from here or not, as now the new circle is actually going to be more or less centered on him. So it's going to be quite thankful for this turn of event here. But again, it's going to be a bit difficult here. Inside taking damage.
Inside. But the grenade came in, so Inside will be left to die, as Ronan maybe was trying to actually give some backup towards Inside, but due to the fact that Inside has been knocked, and Ronan came in a little bit late, so he has to make a U-turn and go back. Meanwhile, he looks like KT Is making some shots on towards Divine. Gets one knocked down and also kill. I mean, not one, but two towards Dian and Jen. So only Turtle from Divine Esports managed to squeeze through KT Kaiser Tuna. And again, he is in the same fate as Noarda from Buriram. Has to play in the small shack. Has to hope that he could still do some miracle for his team.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite the tall order, and yeah, ill-fated rotation coming out right a bit too close to Kaiser Tuna. Day Trade, though, they have been on the periphery here, and seemingly just observers of the battles in the center of the zone. They're starting to make their presence felt here, as there's really just not a lot of room left inside the current zone that they have to try and poke and prod here to find a spot here, but Loki is going to get taken down here from the future. Is going to be to his detriment there, as now the rest of Battle Arena at least just trying to move in a little bit more. Loki's is out in the open, but maybe Neferhor might be able to save him there, as Battle Arena at least having a seemingly clear path here into the next zone.
Yeah, Neferhor will definitely take Loki's up, but they have to be careful from the Indonesian team from the future. Because the scopes are on them. And talking about other teams here, Day Trade Gaming from Thailand, Norins tries to help give some support from long range, while trying to get that aim properly in. But takes the one that is standing still. Almost gets that knock in, but wants to go for that pixel shot, but Norin goes down. But here comes the push from his teammate, but oh my god, Puchi, he tried to go for that kill, tried to go for the knock, and Flash as well goes down.
Wow, and that is
sorry.
That looks like it's going to be really a painful mistake there coming out from Day Trade, as it seemed as though it's a bit lackluster again, as another Thai team is just not able to crash into the compound in a very cohesive manner, and now there's only one member left.
It's basically like Buriram all over again.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I don't know what Day Trade was thinking. Their MC Theathon looking to punish them quite extensively here. But most teams have already managed to get in, but it's going to be Victim Rise here on the northern side that might contend with MC Theathon, as they're actually potentially going to get sandwiched here as well by the likes of Astra here on the hill.
Yeah, by the way, Team Day Trade, the last member, Flash, has been found again. So Day Trade is no more in our game. So 14 teams in coming circle number 4. There's still quite a lot of players here upon this period of the game. But you can see now Divine Esports Turtle is being pressured here. Grenades after grenades after grenades from Kaiser Tuna. They really want that one single member in that small shack. Still, they can't get the grenade angle properly. However, some shrapnel from the blast actually hits Turtle. So Turtle still needs to recover up, but he can't do anything. He can't come out. The only thing he can do is just stay in there and wait. But even so, the whole team could possibly just rush in, and well, we might see a dead Turtle instead of playing Turtle. But now kills are on the kill frag here, as Tiraton members are trying to engage on towards Archangel, but it looks like Astra. And Astra manages to get that wipe on towards Teraton. And I believe that was 3 kills.
Oh yeah, they managed to get 3, and then I think it's game home. They managed to get another one there, as another ill-fated rotation. Seems as though everyone here is having some bad rotations to work out, but now Noradra, he has the chance here to try and repel the attackers. He's going to take down Momonji. Now he's going to be able to take down CJ as well. So it looks as though Archangel is going to be out, and I don't know what's happening with all these teams trying to crash into compounds. They're not doing a very good job, but Kaiser Tuna finally is able to take down Turtle. And that's our leaders bowing out of match number 1.
We see time and time again the same kind of situation where teams are just rushing in, not using any kind of utility, not waiting it out, crashing their vehicles onto a side or a spot, and just rushing it in. But now we can see how Division is trying a different approach in trying to get Buriram United Esports Noarda out from his own sanctuary. Throws a molly, but it looks like Buriram has been flashed. And there you go, Buriram comes out, goes down. Noarda dies off, and Buriram United Esports from Thailand is the next team going to the lobby.
I think Noradra actually flashed himself there in that instance. It didn't quite get it through the window slits there perfectly, but now we're starting to see Battle Arena Elites pushing here along the edge of the zone towards From the Future. Now, they did take a knock earlier on, but they're out for revenge. Sophia is going to take down Nandu at the moment here, but Victim Rise in the meantime off screen here is going to take down a lot of the Astra members, but look at the bombardment coming out here. Sophia coming out over the top here. It's going to be able to spray a little bit more there. It takes down Nandu permanently, but now the refrag is going to go there onto Blood. Neferhor will be able to avenge a little bit, but Defiant here is taking down one, and looks like there's actually going to be a little bit of trading going on here. But Battle Arena leads the would-be attackers. They're going to all be slapped back down here by the Indonesian team.
Yeah, From the Future cuts off Battle Arena Elites. I think the only reason why Battle Arena Elites could not actually fight FTF properly is because they are in a space where they are wide open. There's not much cover here for Battle Arena Elites during their battle against From the Future. So I think maybe it's just bad timing, or FTF has done a very good gatekeeping. Meanwhile, you can see Division X inside the smoke together with X Stadium.
Yeah, they're playing a dangerous game of hide and seek here at the moment. Currently smoke all around as they seemingly can't find each other, but looks like the pro play from Lomke is going to be working out. X Stadium get fully eliminated here as I think the last player just got burned alive there. Just didn't know what to do there in those situations. Game over here. They're going to be taken out.
Victim Rise. I believe they have eliminated 2 full squad. No, okay. 2 3-man squad. They kicked off Astra earlier, and the next one I believe was Game Home Esports. So 6 kills to the bag of Victim Rise from Indonesia, and right now we can see that From the Future tries to ride their car and maybe crash it to get 1 extra point here away from I believe is KT. But the motorcycle is there. I don't know what's happening, but I like what I'm seeing. But Victim Rise on the top of the hill.
Yeah, I think it's From the Future player there just fell off his bike there at the wrong moment, and now they only have Teddy that's left here in this game. Now they're going to see their fellow countrymen on top of the hill, not going to be helping their situation all that much. Division X Gaming, they're actually going to pick themselves back up after that altercation there with X Stadium, but Victim Rise is now going to be in the crosshairs of multiple teams, including Magic Esports, as they all want to try and tear them a new one here. But the circle is going to be forcing the Indonesian squad a little bit further south. Division X Gaming, they can afford to stay in their position here and offer a lot more pressure.
Yeah, true. Magic Esports as well have quite a good cover nearby to the circle. But yep, From the Future will be the next team eliminated. They have been pinned between Victim Rise and also Kaiser Tuna from the back. As you can see now, Victim Rise is trying to reason back all one of the members up in order to continue with the fight. Meanwhile, Division on the sideline. I'm not so sure where they are aiming at. I believe they are trying to aim on towards Kaiser Tuna, which is at the other end of the circle.
Yeah, and now we are into a top 5 situation here. Kaiser Tuna going for an ambitious play here, taking 2 of the vehicles into the center spot, but there's just not a lot of cover. Look at how many dead bodies there are already in this place, as From the Future knew full well what would happen to them, but they're going to be taking up residence here, as now Victim Rise, they're trying to push down from the northern side. There's only 2 of them left. but they are going to have a little bit of cover in the form of smokes to work with. There's still going to be pressure coming out from Astra. There's not many of them left here as they're going to be moving in. Also from that northeastern side, Victim Rise also taking the opportunity now to try and make a last stand here. Dive inside as quickly as possible and then use the car for cover. But Genforce getting torn up.
Genforce, bullets from the left, bullets from the right, being teared up in his own vehicle, has been knocked down. It looks like the decision made by Genforce was a little bit miscalculated as the enemy teams are actually awaiting his car. Meanwhile, the last member here from Astra, from the Oceanic region, is trying to do a smoke trail towards inside of the circle. Tries to go for a KS but could not do so as Victim Rise, last member, has been kicked out from the map by Division Gaming. Now we can see some action between Magic Esports and also Kaiser Tuna, where Kaiser Tuna Style G has gone down, and well, Astra, the last member, Nikos, despite having the knock onward bot pass from Kaiser Tuna, he has been refragged back, and Astra will be the next team eliminated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the top 3 here with 10 players still alive. This is what you call the triple threat of PUBG.
Oh, and right now it does look like Magic Esports now with their best finish so far here in the tournament. Can they take it another step further? But it's going to be a bit difficult. They're the team that's furthest out from the zone as it's now. Division X Gaming continues to apply pressure. The saving grace here, they don't have a lot of angles here, but Balak's here. He's able to get to the cover in time, so that's going to help them out. But he's in nade range here, and quite a bit of damage being done here, and he's going to get caught out trying to dodge the nades there, and the smoke. Well, it's going to be impeding the sight. Definitely not going to stop them bullets.
That throwing angle. Beautiful, perfect. Even Gordon Ramsay would actually praise the degree of standard that has been put on throwing that grenade and hitting it on that spot. But it's still not enough for Team Magic Esports in trying to save themselves, as they have been eliminated. Now it's only 2 teams that is left, Kaiser Tuna and Division. It's the Thai versus the Vietnamese team.
And right now Fergus trying to land the shot. So looks like Bloodbath's gonna get knocked out there. Kaiser Tuna only with 1 player left remaining here as he's still trying to sustain as best as he can. But there's all 4 players here from Division X Gaming. They're looking to mow him down and put the finishing touches here.
They have found him. He's not looking very good. The grenade is there, and there you go. Winner chicken dinner to Vietnam. Division X Gaming with 11 kills altogether here in match number 1 for day 3 in Erangel.
Yeah, Division X Gaming back to winning ways there. And after the very first round of the PCS2, where they did manage to take the honors, now they haven't been able to get one since then, but it looks as though they're going to be returning, starting the week again with a bang, and they're going to be able to claim that one. Kaiser Tuna, though, doing excellently to be able to get to that stage, as really all the front runners kind of fell flat, and I'm not sure if they managed to have a sufficient warm-up. Now, there are practice scrims between the teams before each of these game days, but it seems as though everyone is still trying to get used to everyone's maybe new tactics coming out in week number 2.
Or maybe they are trying out new things for them to use to adapt with what had happened from last week. And again, we've seen time and time again how they slammed in their vehicles, jeeps, the cars, everything, the go-karts, just slamming it through, and to think that they maybe want to catch the enemy team by surprise, but instead they were caught by surprise as the timing when they exited the vehicle and towards the moment when they can shoot, that small no action window gave the opportunity for the enemy team to actually retaliate back. And we've seen from I think we've seen 4 to 5 times where just teams just rushing in and try to get that shock or surprise from the enemy team that is sitting or maybe close by. But in the end, they have been mowed down. We've seen, I think it was a member from Divine Esports, where he alone has take away or eliminate a squad that was trying to approach him. So, and also from a member of Buriram, where it took Kaiser Tuna quite some time to even try to engage to that guy, because Kaiser Tuna did not actually use the drive, the ram the car into the place and then try to shoot kind of tactic. They were actually waiting it out. So from here you can see that teams actually trying out new stuff in day number 3 here, which is week 2 of the PCS, and some of it are working well, but some of it is just terrible in its own degree.
Yeah. I think like taking over compounds, everyone seems absolutely rusty. And looking at the overall match leaderboard here, Division X Gaming going to be taking that pole position. 22 points in the bag. Kaiser Tuna going to be getting double digits in that second place. 14 points. Victim Rise, again, being their aggressive selves. They're going to be able to get 7 points, 7 kills from that. And that's going to help them get that 10 total points. Now, 9 points apiece here from the future Astra. Magic Esports, Divine not doing quite as well as they have been accustomed to, but they're still going to be able to walk away with the 4 kills there onto Cerberus, as Archangel going to round out the top 8. And of course, yeah, we did see quite a number of teams here just not getting a lot from this Battle Arena Elite, Day Trade, and Fury all coming to mind.
Yeah, even Fury not having anything. Battle Arena Elites and Cerberus are lucky enough to even have that 1 point. So, yep, as said by Jay, the ones that are on the higher part of the leaderboard is not looking, did not come out very well here in game number 1, as they are, most of them are fairly at the bottom side of the match leaderboard. So I think in the next match, which is again Erangel, maybe this time around they have to use a different kind of strategy, or maybe the way for them to engage towards an enemy team, maybe they also have to improve on that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I think a lot of teams here are a bit lackluster, as we've been talking about, just trying to take over compounds. Buriram United, Therathon had Day Trade, all not having good luck. Then Archangel, after repelling the Buriram United attack, was going to get taken out by Noradra as a little bit of a revenge in the end. But yeah, a lot of teams here just not able to perform straight off the bat. But it is just the first round, so we can probably expect to see quite a different performance coming out from the second match of the day, as they have to make now a little bit of adjustments to each other's play. Divine Esports, though, is still going to be leading the pack here with the 96 points, actually increasing their lead, as Battle Arena Elites just not getting a lot from this. But Division X Gaming, they're going to be jumping a few places from 6th up to 3rd here, and tying with Battle Arena Elites here on that 73 points.
All right. If only Battle Arena Elite did not receive that warning, they won't be tying with Division X Gaming. But well, things that happen. So basically, as of right now, BAE and also DXJ is almost at the same level. The only difference between these two teams is just 2 kill points. All right. Fury is still maintaining at number 4. Day Trade still at number 5, and also the others. Here's the top 5 damage, I believe, from that game. Game number 1. So the best damage you can see is from Mu Sate, which is a member from Kaiser Tuna. 702. That's quite high for a single player.
Yeah, and of course, we're still going to have Fergus going to be in that second place for Division X Gaming. Going to see first time for Magic Esports here on these rankings, Sulabi in that 3rd spot. So quite a bit of damage, and a bit of a change in the standings here across the board. I think we've been seeing quite a number of teams stepping up to the plate here, and it's going to be up to whether the rest here are going to be up for the task from match 2 onwards.
All right, so we've just finished map number 1. Map number 2 is I believe it's gonna start soon enough. So what do you expect? I mean, what do you expect, Jay? What do you expect from the teams coming in for match number 2? Actually, I want to hear from you.
Well, I expect to see some of them change, try and shore up some of the difficulties that they had here. Of course, we did see a lot of action in the first one from the future, looking particularly aggressive. They did take down the entirety of Battle Arena Elites, but again, this is a compound where there's just not a lot of of that firm cover. So they might change that up in the next game. Of course, Magic Esports, this is new territory for them in terms of getting into the very late game. But Division X, they might not change all that much moving into the next one. But we might see a little bit more from Divine, maybe not taking such an aggressive stance as that. I think it really hampered their rotation into the later stages, and they didn't manage to get the kind of spots that they would have liked.
And that's true. And we've seen time and time again, teams are fighting in the open where, again, said by you, Jay, not much cover. You can see that there was one moment in our replay where team from the future was trying to seek refuge from that small wooden unfinished shack, as they were trying to drive by their car. But as soon as they see their car, the car is on smokes, they instantly stopped and tried to get cover. And his teammate coming in with the motorcycle in the end was dropped down by his own motorcycle, and he was knocked down as well, and also killed by the enemy team. So in that particular area, not only that they made some mistake in terms of vehicle play, they also made the maybe the miscalculation of trying to play in low cover areas. BAE as well was taken down in a place that where they are so open from every angle by the enemy team to actually shoot at.
Yeah, that's quite right. And BA probably used to being able to come out on top in those kind of engagements, but again, looking a little bit rusty and disadvantageous based on the terrain. But that's it for match number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be taking a short break, and when we return, we'll be having our second round of Erangel for the day. I'm Play the J, he's Admets, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
All right. Okay. Now we are back to the PUBG Continental Series, number 2 here, and you're still here with me, Admats, and also the ever so lovely and handsome player of the day. We just finished game number 1 in Arangel, where Division X Gaming from Vietnam clenched that chicken dinner, and also 11 kills altogether. But with that said, we're proceeding now to game number 2. Again, same map, Arangel. We're expecting some change of play, change of pace, and also maybe some change of style as well, coming from everyone in this PCS2.
Yeah, and quite right there. As yeah, a lot of teams might be looking to change things up a little bit more, especially after a lackluster start. Cerberus, I think we talk about how they're supposed to come into PCS2 thinking that they should be able to put out some good performances since that Q confirm is not here. But they have been having a little bit of trouble, and that early altercation with Divine, the engagement could have gone a lot better, but they were not decisive enough. Levi's was going to be an absolute thorn in their side. So maybe we might see something different from Cerberus. Divine also, even though they did come out on top of that, they didn't have Levi's. They didn't have the ideal rotation that they would have wanted. So yeah, we might be able to see some changes coming out from them. And Battle Arena Elites, I think they're going to approach that team fight the next time a little bit differently, because we've seen them take some very dominant team fights so far here at PCS2 and also in the Singapore and Malaysia qualifiers. And we know that they probably not used to being on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. And yeah, we see their stats on game number from last week, and we have displayed it in game number 1 of the day, where expectation was high for Battle Arena Elites, as they had an average 15.5 kill that can be done by that team alone. So it can be seen that Battle Arena Elite has this what you call home ground advantage per se, as Arangel is sort of like their map. But after finishing a match number 1, it's sort of like a disappointment coming in. A disappointing strategy that has been done by Battle Arena Elites, causing them to only gain 1 point from that map.
Yeah, so they'll be looking to try and get something from this next round, because this is the final one on Arangel for today. Before we move on to the Miramar segment, and now we are going to be having our flight path seemingly a little bit of a reverse from what we saw in the very first match of the day. And you can already see the averages dropping down here for BAE, and Divine Esports is just really not able to garner quite a lot from this, but at least Divine can say that they did manage to take one entire team fight here to themselves. This will be throwing teams a little bit on their head. Division X, they dropped out earliest, and they definitely did reap the benefits in towards the later stages. But yeah, we might be seeing something different from them as a result, but they're actually still going to be dropping on that northern side.
All right, so again, a lot of early drops. 70 again, Divine will be there. Division X Gaming, just like game number 1, will be occupying in 7A. Meanwhile, you can see that Neferhor playing it differently, try to get compounds rather than parts of the city. And here again, I was talking about Division X Gaming. The team that has managed to get the chicken dinner in map number 1 will be in 7A. Meanwhile, first circle right here will be on the left-hand side, top left-hand side of Arangel. And you can see that 50% of the teams that is playing here in match number 2 are already inside the new zone.
Still a lot of avenues for these teams to move into. Gatka is going to be absolutely crowded, and if teams like to play there, they're going to have to move early on, because it just doesn't allow for a lot of rotations later on. We could probably expect to see a couple of teams taking Mount Gatka, as it really does give a lot of vision. And even if the circle is not going to be there, it's still going to allow them to plan their future rotations, just because they're going to be having the intel, the information as to where all these other teams are going to be playing. And Fury Australia, they got to move maybe a little bit earlier than others, but they're used to that. They always drop here at Sosnovka military base, so you can expect to see them fully loaded and kitted to go. And definitely one of the more aggressive teams not afraid of those teams which have come in with a seemingly higher stature as really making something for themselves.
So now again, the early games of any kind of PUBG tournament, if teams are not actually confronting with each other, looting will be the key. And Battle Arena again choosing Milta as their place to loot and also as their bunker to fight in the early games here. But as you can see from the first circle update just now, Milta is not within that circle, so they have to make a move once the circle is actually closing in, because coming in too early will be detrimental, as they might be opened up to any kind of engagement from the enemy team. While coming in a little bit late, they have to fight either the circle or the enemy team that is gatekeeping. So it's a pro and con here with using the circle strategy. Meanwhile, Divine, Jen haven't gathered yet with his teammates. Meanwhile, as well as Dian at the back. But shots has been fired here towards Jen. Or was it Jen that is firing some shot? I'm not so sure. But it looks like Jen is fine. In Mansion, you can see team what's it called again? Day trade. Scouring around, maybe trying to find attachments for them before engaging towards enemy teams.
Absolutely. Right now, they're all the way here on that eastern side. They could go for a northern rotation. We'll see what they choose to do. Right now, if we look at teams with the hardest rotation path, it might be Buriram United. They are all the way in Milta Power side. Could be a little bit more difficult. You can already see the Astra has already got 2 players already going to be taking that compound very close to some of the bridge junctions. They might be able to camp that and see if any other teams are going to be transitioning around there, as it really does restrict a lot more movement, and first mover advantage definitely is going to be in their favor. Zone 1 here already starting to close in, and we could be seeing a bit more migration as a lot of teams trying to outthink everyone else is going, might go around this northern side as well.
So Astra watching around, actually scouting over actually. Alinsky just arrived to get up to that compound nearby Rozok. Meanwhile, Ruins, I believe that is Magic Esports playing nearby. So as you can see that again, teams are actually slowly moving in towards a new zone. We can see that vehicles are still being used. Some teams opt to go for a jog instead of using the 4-wheeler. But as of right now, we still have yet to see any first blood coming in from our 16 teams playing in this map. But it might be soon enough, as Team Victim might be... never mind, it's not Victim. Apparently, it's Divine Esports chopping down. I believe that is... I'm not so... I can't see it clearly. FTF from the future that is in school.
Yeah, and they're going to get picked off from the hillside. They're forced to pop a couple of smoke grenades here, and thankfully the range is not going to be too detrimental that they're going to really be able to bring all guns to bear too quickly here. As Divine, again, they'll be thinking of the bigger picture. They don't want to get stuck in. They know what happened in the previous game. Now, of course, they don't have all their team members as well in the same place. So given the kind of positioning that they have, they can stop rotations. They're on the eastern side, but they need to think about what they want to try and achieve here in this game. Currently, it looks as though they're trying to see, can they catch any of these teams coming in from the side? That would explain for a bit of their spaced out positioning as we see them over here on that hill from the south side of school.
So the only thing that from the future could do is actually just pull their position and make school as their defensive fort, because they were actually being pinned in by enemy team on the hillside. Meanwhile, Buriram playing some horn tunes here for everyone. making their way into the circle. Again, ladies and gentlemen, not a single player has yet to be killed. There was one knock that has been done. I believe that is the only knock that we've seen, but that particular player has been revived up.
You can tell that all the teams here are playing with a little bit of apprehension, and of course, Cerberus and Divine, they did have an early altercation in the previous game, but by large and by far, I think looking over the 3 days that we've had so far, no team is wanting to really get stuck in early on unless they have a clear and distinct advantage. They really want to try and sustain into the later stages. I mean, look in the last game, we had 40 plus players, more than two-thirds of the server with only 10 minutes left remaining. So really waiting until the final moments to be able to, make any significant move. Fury Australia is still here in rotation. They're going to still try and circumvent most of the challenges. They're actually going all the way around the quarry side here. They're going to be on that southwestern side, waiting in anticipation here for the next zone.
So the next zone, you can see that everyone is already inside, but there are some shots that has been fired here by Magic Esports towards Astra. The next updated circle will placed in right in the middle from the circumference of the first circle. So I believe there is the only thing that is not near or within the new circle is only Daybreak, but meanwhile Axe Stadium, it looks like they are trying to engage from an enemy team behind them. Fury really needs to work hard in order for their team to actually gain more points this time around, so that they could actually climb higher than just be okay at number 3.
Yeah, and let's not forget that they were in that third position, and now Division X Gaming, after getting a good win in the previous round, they're going to overtake them. Fury Australia not getting anything from that game, and now MSC Therathon, they're going for Mount Gekka, but there's going to be game home already on the summit, so this could be a little bit difficult. And Astra is going to be here as well, and quite rightly, we have quite a number of teams all jostling for position, and mind you, this is quite central inside the zone now. Everyone's duking over it. Fury Australia here is going to be in trouble. Ronan getting taken down by Mio here, as we can see the exiting him, just trying to go for the kills there. Now we're still going to be seeing the player is going to be able to get away there without being too scathed there. And off screen, we will be seeing that Kaiser Tuna is getting back to killing ways there at the expense of Killa.
So Fury managed to actually gather up. Only one member does not have any vehicle just yet. Oh, no, man, he has one actually. It's a UAV. So, yep, every member of Team Fury gathered up with their own respective vehicle, trying to find I think they are trying to find more loot for themselves. So as you can see now, damage proportion as to the damage that has been done. Team Fury is at 10k right here, where most of the damage, the damage that has been dropped down are fairly even, and it's from Ronan actually.
Yeah, so Ronan going to be contributing the most here. Fury Australia, despite being in that fourth position, really dishing out most of the damage here, and we can already see that there's still going to be further rotations with people are still not secured a spot for themselves to find. They're going to be settling for this outside compound outside of the ruins, as they really just don't want to contend with moving in too quickly, as we've seen exactly what happens with that. Victim Rise here going to be trying to rotate around the side here, but they're going for the same location that currently is being occupied by Barbarian. Barbarian, they don't have quite a bit of a concerted effort here. Godmeow is all the way on the other side. He's running over here. Look at all the vehicles around here. Eddie's going to be able to land some shots there. It's going to slow down this assault coming in from Victim Rise, but the nades here might be able to confirm there. Gen Foss, he's actually going to get kill steal, as that's going to be God New from Game Home weighing in on that one.
Meanwhile, Buriram blasting bullets on towards member of Victim Rise, gets that knocked in, and also the kill. I believe it was chaos as well by Game Hero. Things things are not looking back. Things are not looking bad. Things are not looking good here for Buriram, as the knocks that has been done by them towards team victim was KS by other teams, and Buriram really wants this kill badly into their pocket here. Grenade has been thrown, but it's not enough to actually get Kamals from knocked down. 10 HP left. Grenade did not came in here by members of team Buriram. The only thing Kamal can do.
Yeah, it's probably just trying these the smoke grenades here, but it's still looking dicey here as the likes of Buriram United starting to push in. They want to try and finish it off as best they can. Is this really just going to be them securing their spot? Because there's nothing to stop this spot from being crashed in by other sides here. Kamals really is the last player left here, as Simoy here is going to be expiring. Now, Battle Arena Elites, they have moved in residents here a little bit to that southeastern side, might be able to weigh in on this, but I think given the fact that they managed to secure a compound, they're more than likely going to be trying to just hold on to it.
All right, so Buriram again holding on to their side. Meanwhile, a member of Division X Gaming try to make some lucky shots on towards the moving vehicle, but cannot do so. Outside of our map, outside of our display here, Cerberus gets their first point of the game.
Division X Gaming, now they're a little bit spaced out here. Now they'll have to try and converge a little bit here. As you can see, things are getting a little bit congested here, but they are trying to see if they can catch any of these other teams here. And currently, Kaiser Tuna is going to be making this long rotation on that western side, moving down south. And now we can already see Sophia here trying to see what's up at the compound that Buriram United still haven't taken out Kamal.
So nice shot here by Sophia, manages to take down a member of BMU, but the grenade miss. See Sophia doing his best, trying to give as much support, as much cover, as much blind eyes to the enemy team as much as he can, so that his teammates could actually go in. But oh, grenade almost came in here towards the member Buriram, back towards Battle Elite. Battle Elite actually falling back. They decide they don't want to mess fire with fire, so they are falling back, trying to regroup and maybe strategize a better plan in order to execute something like similar like this.
Especially since Sophia is down on the ground and Godmeow getting the nade onto him. Now they're going to have to see how they want to try and approach this. Now, of course, there is the danger of trying to push in there, but Sophia is going to get shot there by Levi's. Bit of a kill steal there, but Buriram, they're not going to care too much. They're too concerned about what threat that Kamals is going to offer to them. Currently, Circle here has shifted down south. All of these compounds are going to be in danger from a little bit of in home invasion from that northern side. We can already see Astra on the move here. From the Mount Gakka side, they're looking to see what kind of location can they take up. There's just not a lot of space left here in Gakka, and the rotations are going to be all within plain view of everyone. Divine moving in from this northeastern side might be able to secure a spot there, but quite likely they're going to be running into occupied territory.
They are actually coming in with vehicles that they have, but not much enemy team. But however, they are meeting up with Kaiser Tuna right in quarry. But oh, look at that! This is the better way of executing the vehicle rush approach. Divine tries to go for a wipe, but oh my God, another member has been knocked out. Jen, I believe, is the only one. No, never mind. Terrathon comes in with the sweep. Divine Esports is the first team that has been taken out. Then here comes the third party by a member from Dade Trade, and MSC or MSC Terrathon has been kicked to the lobby.
Wow, and I think we saw the sweeper becoming swept away there. MC Therathon dealing damage to and wiping out Divine Esport. Divine Esport taking out some of the Day Trade members, but in the end, it was Day Trade that came back and finished off those last two members. And now they've got a little bit of control here. There is still going to be a little bit of presence here to the south side. It's the sole remaining member there from Archangel Momonji. He's holding on for dear life. He's going to have enough smoke to really cover him for the time being. And now things are getting really constricted here in Gekka as everyone is just really trying to jostle for whatever they can. No one in their right mind under normal circumstances would go for this ditch.
Meanwhile, you can see some shots onto towards Magic Esports. But Magic Esports has found that last member from Archangel Predator, where Jay was trying to explain to you guys. But he did actually make a good feat by giving an example that loyalty is everything.
Yeah, and now looks like it's getting crowded here as Kikamukau and the rest of Fury Australia got a little bit of presence here from Cerberus. Cerberus looking to have a better game number 2 here as they are getting quite far into this game. Now, there is going to be a little bit of deadlock. This seems to have the vibes of Victim Rise against Buriram United here as Kikamukau is just trying to still see, can he get into a little bit of a better spot here? Now, it's going to be so difficult to clear them out as currently they're spread around all the buildings and Cerberus. They might not have enough utility to check every angle with nades.
True. And plus, I believe that Kikamukau is maybe trying to provide that room for him to actually travel to another house within that area. That's why you can see how he actually moves house to house once the utility has been dropped. Meanwhile, this is on the right side of the of your screen right now. Is the updated circle again covering Gatka. Around 3 to 4 teams are actually inside. As a member from Day Trade, sorry, 2 members of Day Trade actually just entered the circle, played in the middle. Meanwhile, BAE has been greeted by Magic Esports. Sulabe takes down Flood.
Oh man, and they are starting to pile in here. They want to try and repel these attackers. Only Loki's and Nephahor here, but Loki's going to get the first one. Tonke goes down. Magic Esports starting to push in here.
Oh!
But Loki's not having much coverage there. Nephahor still on the outside. He's going to be all alone by himself here as the Malaysian team looking to see what can they do to try and get out of the sticky situation. Currently, all of Magic Esports, they're going to be pushing in. They're going to be able to reset. Astra taking 2 losses here. Game Hope is taking even more. There's only going to be God New hiding in the smoke here, but there's going to be third party Buriram coming in.
Buriram coming in with the third party. Here comes their own danger zone on towards Astra as they have taken down DH. However, the last member of DH, wow! He managed to wipe out Astra all alone. 1v4 goes down, but now he has to handle Buriram. 3 members are rushing towards him, but he's still not going down without a fight. But finally has been knocked out, has been killed. But again, No Nui, if I'm not mistaken, his name? Jay?
Oh yeah, God New is
God New, yeah, God New.
Yeah, what a play coming out from him, taking out the entirety of Astra. But now it looks like X Stadium in trouble here. This Jaken just really gets into Gib and the rest of the squad there. The nade from Basil is good. I think he's going to take down Hongfu and Miao Yu, and that is it for X Stadium. Cerberus having a much better game number 2 here as they're cranking out the kills.
Yeah, what I can see from game number 2 here, grenade plays from teams coming in. It's just magnificent. And also, again, God New with that squad wipe. That is a very hefty, very impressive feat that has been done by him. Raked in 4 points for Game Hero. So kudos to that guy, despite him finally being taken down by Buriram. So now Buriram is in a position where they are in quite an open area with only a few cover from the hay and also from that statutory tractor and also the Dacia that had been brought in. Meanwhile, we are also looking in another team on towards the trenches. Try to actually slowly get into the circle. I believe that is Day Trade. Yep, Day Trade moving in. Meanwhile, in town of Gatka, shots are still being fired.
Yeah, and Cerberus and Fury Australia seemingly at a bit of a deadlock here. Now, Division X Gaming, they're going to be the team with a little bit of a task here as they have to really traverse over quite a bit of terrain. I'm not sure how many vehicles they have. It looks like Sulabi goes down to the Nautica as Day Trade starting to repel more of that pressure coming in from the trench side, but there is going to be finally Basil taking down Joxy here. Yuki Kamukao has to try and transition a little bit here. Tagged a
Joxy
little
goes down.
bit, but he's going to be... Oh no, it's Longke. He's going to get some third-party action. Fury Australia in trouble here. There's only Insight that's left. Subang is already very close up here, and Insight tanking damage like no one's business. Division X Gaming trying to take advantage. They're making a quick rotation here, as is Kaiser Tuna.
Meanwhile, Kaiser Tuna coming in, trying to push onto us. Day trade, bot bus, manages to get the kill onto us. Vanotika. So now Nori is the only one left trying to play here for team Day Trade. Meanwhile, goes back towards Gatka. Another team comes into the fight between Cerberus and also Fury. Inside is still alive, trying to clash from dear life as members from Cerberus Gaming tries to actually push, Cerberus Esports tries to push in towards him. And yep, they managed to find Insight, and Fury will be the next team eliminated. However, Cerberus has to be careful as Division X is just right beside the building. And grenades has been thrown. And there you go, Day Trade. Norins finally goes down towards Kaiser Tuna. And joining towards the lobby as well, Day Trade Gaming. And we're now looking back at Buriram, still trying to get a better position here as they know that they are in quite an open area right here. Game home. The last member, finally Buriram has found him. Konaxe gets that kill. Eddie knocked down bot bus from Kaiser Tuna. I believe that is a long shot that has been done by him.
Yeah, going to be quite a bit of fire coming all the way there from that northeastern side. We'll see how influential that's going to be. There is still going to be dominance by Kaiser Tuna. In the meantime, Division X Gaming, they haven't really pushed forward at all here. They're a little bit apprehensive of the potential threat, and really it's difficult for them to move in because it's going to be a little bit on the narrow side. Basil currently giving that angle from across the town. That could be the sticking point here. Now Circle is going to shift here, and it's actually going to be forcing Division X Gaming to take a more aggressive stance here, as they pretty much got no choice. They have to push into the guns being offered here by the likes of Cerberus.
Yeah, Cerberus. So Division again still waiting to get Cerberus' attention towards them, but the grenade comes in. I believe hits two, yep, half HP towards two members of Division X. So right now, they really need to be careful. I think it's best for Division not to stick around in this building for too long, as Smell especially would actually has the possibility to throw another grenade, and the same scenario would happen all over again. And not only that, Division also gaining some pressure from shots outside of Gatka and near. Oh, yep, knocked down. Been burned alive by the molly. But however, NBK made a push onto Subang. Gets Subang knocked.
Yeah, and the timing of that burning incident there is bad in the extreme here, as Blue Zone already starting to encroach here, but Subang is down on the ground there. But now Buriram United has got pressure here. It's going to be Magic right here, but Konaxe going to be able to get the knock there. Now, there is still going to be enough of the members here from Buriram United to really try and seal the deal here on this eastern side. They could do it, but there's a lot of impairment of the vision here, and lots of burning going on as well, as the shot's able to land there onto Valks, and looks like Magic Esports, they're gonna get completely cleaned out.
Buriram raking all the kills here, making that area into Silent Hill. Meanwhile, talking about Silent Hill again, now Gatka is becoming the same thing as well. There you go, Division Gaming. Vargas goes down. The angle was there for him, but Basil has the better shot towards him. Vargas is in an open area. I don't think he can be revived, but Basil takes it for the team. Division X is in trouble, but oh my god, Donkey will be the one knocked next. Now only NBK left here for Division N, and Basil, being the hero for his team, is going for a push. Nope, he's not going for the push. No, yeah, he is going for the push. He's not reviving Smell, actually. He wants to get that kill. The grenade is there. And here comes the push. And he did it very well. He can still save smell too. Meanwhile, shifting over. Buriram yet again. Now trying to engage on towards Kaiser Tuna. Right across them. And Buriram, 6 kills. I believe they have managed to actually lobby down 2 teams in the same area with 3 teams left right here. It looks like Buriram, despite their position here, not much cover for them, but it's actually enough for them to do some carnage towards the other teams. But they are currently outside of the circle, so they have to make a move. But I think due to the fact that they have used so much smoke utility earlier during their fight against Magic, so I think it will be a hard task for Buriram to actually enter the circle now.
Yeah, it's going to be really about how much utility did they manage to pick off the dead bodies there from the rest of the Magic Esports players. Now, Kaiser Tuna, they're going to be spread out and inside the zone. But the problem with this is that they might be a little bit too narrow to fend off against Buriram. But they're starting to put pressure there. But they've already revealed their positions here. So they're going to be opening up here. Konaxi is still alive here. His vehicle smoldering. But now it looks like the pressure here from the rest of the Thai squad of Kaiser Tuna is still going to be unleashed there. Basil here taking his time. Now he does have quite a bit of utility to work with. He's starting to make an Ibiza train to get inside the zone. This is going to allow him to secure some more placement points here for Cerberus. And Cerberus really coming of age here. It seems like in PCS2 as they've been able to win that very decisive battle with the winners from the previous round, Division X Gaming. But Buriram United, they're in search for their second win, and they have managed to just creep in, but now we are in our final zone.
Yeah, that's the final zone. It's right in the middle of it. I believe Buriram is the closest. And they are, again, with smokes that has been thrown by them. They will try to actually maybe move in towards a more central position of the final zone. And I believe they are trying to actually fight against Basil. Basil Cerberus has been found out behind the hay bale, and sadly Basil did not manage to revive Smell, despite Smell has the could be the possibility of the second member of Cerberus still alive, but Basil could not get that time in. Cerberus gets 9 kills here as we are approaching the last final circle. Meanwhile, Kaiser Tuna playing it slow, watching the steps of the enemy team.
But both Kaiser Tuna and Buriram, they're on the periphery of the zone here. It's corralling them to the center, and there's just not a lot of space here. Basil's going to unload, take down Godmeow. This could be when Kaiser Tuna moves in. Konaxi goes down there. 2. Basil gets a second knock there, but now Kaiser Tuna moving in. They managed to get 1. They only have 1 left to get. But it's still not going to be yielding for them. Botbass and Musate is still going to be alive. It's a 2v1 situation now, but it looks like Eddie, he's going to settle the score. Now it's a 1v1 situation, and it looks like it's going to be a game of thrones, but I think Eddie is revealed here, but he's going to spot him out. Eddie with the plays there for Buriram United. They get their second win of the tournament in quite the style I thought they were going to get absolutely nailed there. Basil really putting half the nail in the coffin there.
2 members of Buriram was knocked down by a single member of Cerberus. Basil was on form, I can say. He was being Superman, punching here, punching there, gets 2 knocks down. But due to the fact that Kaiser Tuna pushed in, gave him more pressure, gave him this kind of maybe some panic moment that he has to actually deal against 2 teams. But in the end, Basil goes down. And Buriram, with the 2 knocked members could not be picked up. Kaiser Tuna took the opportunity to maybe try to get that wipe on towards Buriram, but they have forgotten that Eddie is a very good fragger. Comes in push, gets the 2 knocks on towards Kaiser Tuna, leaving 1 last member proning far away from the scene. However, Eddie knows where he was as that last member from Kaiser Tuna tries to push in on towards Eddie, and with that clear information, Eddie just blasts the bullets towards him, and Buriram, boom, nice chicken dinner for game number 2.
Super clutch there from Eddie, as it was 1v2 there right at the end, and yeah, his position was known, so he just focused on trying to mow down that last Kaiser Tuna player. And Kaiser Tuna, they're going to be coming away from this feeling, okay, we managed to get another consistent result out from this, but unfortunately it didn't come with it. And yeah, you would have bet against Buriram United there right at the end. Basil looking absolutely stupendous there for Cerberus, and Cerberus getting their best result of the tournament so far, I dare say. And let's see whether or not this is going to propel them on to greater and brighter things. As yeah, we've seen quite a lot of the top teams still stumble a little bit, and it is Division X Gaming who is performing the best. Divine and also the likes of Battle Arena Elites, they didn't quite live up to expectations in this one.
Same goes to Fury, as we saw just now. Their fight against Cerberus inside Gatka. I'm not so sure what kind of planning that they tried to do. Yuki Kuka was trying to make some push, but in the end, he failed this a bit. But here you go, ladies and gentlemen, the match leaderboard here for game number 2. Buriram, the team that managed to get that chicken dinner, get 19 points after they get the 10-point placement together with 9 kills in that game. Cerberus will be at number 2, all thanks to Basil with his magnificent play. 5 points in placement, 9 kill points that has been rigged by them, 14 points that has been ticked in by Cerberus Esports. Same goes to Kaiser Tuna, 14 points. Sadly, could not handle the fury of Buriram, mowing them down. Despite it's a 2v1 situation, they have to actually resort getting 14 points at number 3. Number 4, Division X, quite a good placement. Rick in quite a number of kills, 10 points over there. Game Home Esports, I believe they were fighting against Buriram. They were actually third party in Buriram, and they managed to get at number 4. So now a little bit of a shift here for Buriram, as they have managed to squeeze through number 3. Battle Arena Elites dropped instantly from number 2 to number 4. Divine Esports is still on top of the charts, nevertheless, but Division X slowly creeping in at a number 2. Fury drops to number 5. Daytrade still maintains at number 6. Kaiser Tuna jumps up to number 7 as well as Astra is now number 8. Victor Rhyme drops down. Game Heroes drops down. All the other teams has been dropped down as well. And in game number 2, the most damage that has been done in that game, definitely towards the Cerberus player Basil. We've seen time and time again how Basil was clutching in over. Eddie's in the list as well for that 2v1 clutch together with Konaxi. Norins from Daytrade tries to go for the third party, managed to get some damage here and there. And there you go, another Buriram member, Noadra, putting in another member of Buriram into the top 5 damage for game number 2.
Oh, Buriram United having one heck of a game here and looking absolutely good for it. Now, let's take a look at the highlights here. Buriram United getting it early on here. Battle Arena Elites trying to push into the compound, but they got slapped back a little bit here. And this was the ditch of death, as we saw so many teams pile in here and not have ultimate success. Divine Esports, MSC Theathon, of course, Archangel Predator, all going to be members of that here. But I think Battle Arena Elites, yeah, they really didn't get a lot from this game, and they sliding down the standings here. Division X Gaming not quite able to take this fight against Cerberus, who did have that standout performance coming out from Basil, and those 9 kills there is probably going to spur them on to bigger and brighter things.
Yeah, that's true. And especially in the final circle, you can see that the players are using the utility of the smoke quite nicely, and Basil actually died to the circle instead of a player. So I think if the circle was not the pressure over there, I believe that Basil will actually rake in more kills for Cerberus. And here you go, Buriram with the prone gaming. Eddie knows the last member. Easy information for him. Easy shots. Buriram, very nice chicken dinner with 9 kills. So 19 points over there. And again, said by UJ, teams that are not the jargons of last week became jargons for this week.
And Buriram United, that 1v3 for Eddie, looking absolutely stupendous there, and looking to see if they can continue to have a consistent performance. As let's not forget, I mean, they were one of the higher teams placed in the previous PCS2, second if not position there. So, but they'll be looking to try and see, can they get a little bit higher? They are looking good for it so far, and they definitely put in the work. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with our Erangel segment. We'll be moving on to Miramar in just a few moments here. So we'll have a short breather here. And I've been Play of the J. He's AdMets, and we'll see you in just a few moments. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to PCS2 Apac. I'm Play the J, he's AdMats, and yeah, we've been having some scintillating games so far, and we're halfway through our day number 3. Big thanks to Predator, PUBG Corporation, and of course, this is all brought to you by Geek Events for putting on this fantastic show.
All right, 2 maps has been done. Both of them, Erangel has been thrown out. So next for game number 3 is gonna be a bigger map, Miramar. the sandy desert, the Mexican team map is coming in. So a different kind of strategy, a different kind of approach, a different kind of mode of travel, the way to travel will be placed here in game number 3. And again, a little bit of a recap from game number 1. Game number 1 and game number 2. Game number 1, Division X Gaming, they managed to get that chicken dinner. Meanwhile, Buriram Esports managed to get for game number 2. Teams who are expected, especially from us and maybe also the fans, to actually maybe be the ones that is stronger here in week number 2. Looks like their performance is not showing just yet. Maybe in game number 3 or 4, they might be, showing a little bit of a teaser what they have been trying to hide off. So actions is the amount of action has not stopped yet, as PCS will still continue here going into Miramar.
Absolutely, and Divine at least have managed to get a few points from some of these kills. Battle Arena at least sliding down the standings fast, and Fury Australia as well, after being one of the most consistent teams in days number 1 and 2. It's not really able to garner a lot of kills and points in this one. They look a little bit flat-footed, but again, this is the point in a particular match day where teams can shift gears a little bit. You're heading on to Miramar, you might have some different fortunes, but I know for Battle Arena Elites, though, if their preference in terms of the maps is anything like what we saw in week number 1, then they're going to be in for a bit of trouble, because it's going to head to the section here where it's not really going to benefit them in the slightest.
Alright, so guys, we're gonna jump into Miramar right here for game number 3 for PCS2. Week number 2, day number 1, which is today. So flight path will start from the southern part of Minas del Sur, and will end at the right side of Monte Nuevo. So sorry, not at the end, sorry. We'll go through the right side of Monte Nuevo, and we'll end at the northern side of the map. I believe it will be nearby to Military. So you can see that there's a lot of concentration dropping right in the middle, where El Pozo, Monte Nuevo, Picado, Power Grid, and maybe San Martin will be the spots for this team to actually take by. So again, La Cabrera, maybe it's a good place for some to go. Water treatment, I don't see any kind of drops that has been made. So, but the flight path has been done. And again, it's mostly right in the middle of the flight path where the concentration is there.
Yeah, so let's see how we're going to be hanging out here in our very first Miramar match. Of course, we got quite a decent spread by most of the teams, and really should give them a lot of flexibility here. But of course, we're starting to see a little bit of pressure here near the San Martin side. It's MSC Therathon and Astra all duking it out right at the start. And looks like we're going to have a relatively southern circle here. And I'm going to have to see some significant movements from all these teams here on the northern side. And just given the kind of positioning all the others are going to be in, it's really just going to impede their progress. They have to plan out how they want to get into the zone pretty well. But of course, as Miramar, you do have all your highways on the edges of the map that you can definitely work with.
Yeah, I can see that most of the team here will try to encroach towards Los Leones, because as you can see just now on our map, there's not a single soul in Los Leones just yet, because that particular town is actually far away from the flight path earlier. So vehicles again will be the priority here for the early game, especially in Miramar where the map is bigger than Narangal. So, but here comes Fury though. Yukika Mukao, oh nice! By using Thompson. Eddie, the star for game number 2, it will be the first blood here in game number 3.
Yeah, a bit of a turn of fortunes there for the Buriram United player, and that's Ikako Mukao going to open up the account here for Fury Australia on Miramar, but there's going to be Godmeow in the near vicinity, and I'm not sure if he is aware of the potential issues that are going to be here. I think he's still heading here, not looking for revenge, but more still going to be looting on. He doesn't have any gear. He finally picks up something here. He's going to be in with a master stroke. Ronan, though, not taking advantage of it, but he's going to be lying in wait, and he's going to be able to oblige got me out. Yeah, unfortunately, he's going out in early fashion. So Buriram United, after having an excellent game number 2, they're going to be stumbling a little bit here after just taking a little bit of damage. Noradra going to have to try and do it alone together with the last remember Konaxi in for the rest of Buriram United.
It's sad to see that 2 members of Buriram is like serving Fury free kills towards them. So, but well, maybe the strategy that they are trying to use backfired 2 members of Buriram. So, but the teams are that particular team is still in the game. So, all what they can do is just try their best to not get the 2 remaining members to be killed or knocked away from the game. Meanwhile, Monte Nuevo, sorry, oh my bad. Very hay today. Yeah, very hay day today. Divine managed to get some loot in, and they actually get it up. So they are switching places soon.
Yeah, so Divine gonna be transitioning a little bit further south, trying to get a bit ahead of the pack in terms of getting some of the positioning, especially if they want to take some of the high ground positions where they're going to be in short supply and in high demand. So that's something that all these teams are going to have to keep in mind. Division X Gaming's Fergus is also going to be transitioning, as well as he's going to be trying to get a little bit ahead of the pack. And they're going to be a little bit spread out. Let's not forget they are going to be all the way here on that northern side. They do need to try and transition as quickly as they can down south if they want to have any measure of presence in the zone. But I think we saw from them in the previous game, they're not afraid of playing on the periphery, and they would try and see if they can take up positions later on. But we saw what happened with their fight versus Cerberus. Even though they picked the right moment to move there, it was still going to be a little bit more on the constricted side rather than not.
Right. So teams, yeah, I'm surprised that I don't think there is a single soul inside the main town of Los Leones just yet. Again, we see the operation of members from Fury from time to time. Juxi was actually trying to push in towards the entrance of Los Leones. BAE making their own travel plans in Miramar as well, trying to get a new spot here. Meanwhile, if there might be a confrontation between X Stadium and also team from the future. Stadium comes in for the backside. There you go. Huang Vu gets the first knock in. Tries to go for another one, but a member from FTF, who was that? Nandu was there to actually get that knockdown. And again, FTF, I believe 3 members is now crawling on the floor. Difian will try to at least revive Nandu first. And from the future, Tede is actually still running around trying to find the enemy squad. BE meanwhile tries to go for a third party, but has been spotted here by VTR, Victim Rise. So they are now trying to actually divert away, and luckily shots fired by a member from Victim Rise did not connect solely to Flood. So Flood has the opportunity to recover back his HP. Meanwhile, team Victim Rise runs away, but Sophia is trying his best. Meanwhile, on our small camera, Cerberus making the work, taking down, I believe it was Game Home Esports they were fighting.
But it looks like things are not flying here for X Stadium. They finally lose Hong Vu, not able to get the res off. But X Stadium still has got that 2 players to work with, but they have dealt significant damage here to From the Future. Currently, they're going to be outside, but Jake Kenny taking some third-party damage there, and he's going to be not very happy with that kind of external participation of things here. And now From the Future, they're going to be able to reset a little bit here, loot up on that nice bit of loot. Now, they were going to be a little bit successful with that compound invasion, but I don't think they really knew that From the Future was there. They're definitely able to take that out. And now Division X Gaming, they're still in that long rotation into phase number 2. If they time this right, they might be able to get close to the circle just as phase 2 reveals itself, and that's oftentimes going to be presenting a very beneficial way for them to further rotate in phase number 2, as of course you might get other teams who are already inside the zone starting to make their rotations at the same time, and they're going to be well stocked here as a result for all of that.
And now we were looking at Joxy trying to find out or scout for information in the area in front of him. So here you go. Division will be the #1 team right now in terms of kill score, and they are also fairly even in terms of our maps. Still not much things to see here for game #1, but the circle update will be the game changer here, as it has transitioned on towards the slightly to the left of our middle screen right here. FTF is still firing shots on towards an enemy team.
Yeah, it's still going to be quite neutral. Now we can already see that other teams are already starting to move their way into a little bit more of a central spot. Currently, Divine and Daytrade, they're a little bit spread out. They could offer a little bit more consolidation currently, or just now on your screen, you did see that Daytrade, they did occupy the high ground church. That is a very good vantage point for teams to usually stay there, and it really impedes a lot of the progress on the surrounding area. So we can probably see the rest of Daytrade all converging on that point. Divine, they've already taken up the apartment complex here, but not going to be offering a lot of vantage points, but at least better than staying around the Chumacera side of things. Battle Arena Elites, again, going to be having Sophia all by himself, but again, it's just gathering a little bit more information. Of course, Battle Arena Elites, they were towards the Picado side of things, and after having transitioned a little bit further south, they are not quite in a fantastic spot for future circles. So that's currently why Sophia is getting a little bit of information to plan for the mid game.
All right, so everyone and everything went a little bit quiet here, as teams are still yet to confront with each other. So I was talking about how there's no one will be in Los Leones. Apparently, Cerberus Esports is already there, and shots were fired towards them. I believe it's DXG.
It could be. They are arriving in the near vicinity already. Now, there was Astra before in Los Leones as well, but they have pulled out here. But now there's going to be X Stadium here and Victim Rise, all going to be all seemingly in the same location. Miao Yu here has just avoided a confrontation there with Genfos. Now, let's not forget, he is the last member here for X Stadium. The Victim Rise, they still have all 4 members, but of course, this is a little bit of a vanguard here for Victim Rise. But Astra might be looking at this and thinking that there's only going to be one team over here. But Miao Yu has revealed himself. He's going to unload onto Genfos, and now that's actually going to set alarm bells here for Astra. They're going to be well aware of this impending doom here. But now the door is seemingly blown off here. Miao Yu is just trying to cover all angles possible.
Yes, that's true. So now again, a little bit of a stalemate between Astar and also VTR, which is I forgot VTR. Oh no, Victim Rise. Okay, Victim Rise. So Astra, Victim Rise try to fight it off. Meanwhile, a member from X Stadium is actually hiding.
Yeah, and this is a little bit dicey Mexican standoff, but 3 parties here, so I don't think any of these teams want to try and force the issue at the moment. There is still going to be the option to maybe disengage without having to, have a coin flippy engagement. Now, of course, Astra, they do have the numbers, but they don't know what they're going to be dealing with. But now Circle is indeed going to be shifting away, so it's a good thing that they didn't get entangled, because now they can concentrate on getting out of here alive and in one piece and inside the zone. And you can already see Divine immediately starting to congregate. They know they have a very central position and a decent compound to work with, as everyone else is already in rotation here, just trying to deal with it. Only Kaiser Tuna, I think, has a decent spot as well.
Yeah, so Divine Esports gathering in a place that is actually good to. Oh no! Okay, I thought that he might be hit here by Chibaret, but Chibaret will be knocked here down by Meow Yu. Is still trying to play his best to defend his own self, as he is the last member of X Stadium. Meanwhile, you can see that kill frags are coming down by other teams here. Now we're looking at Divine Esports making their engage towards day trade. Yeah, day trade. As you can see that 2 kills has been picked up here by team day trade on towards Divine on towards day trade. It's actually backwards. And the last member of day trade, Pucci, is actually not inside the building where Divine is now searching for him.
Pucci's here, last member for day trade. They've still had a horrendous day number 3 so far, and the combination of Dian and Levi is going to be piling on the misery as Divine going to be able to repel them. And again, a little bit of a lackluster impact into the compound. There's so much to aim for, and I kind of feel that, you know, team should be approaching it from maybe a slightly different angle, or at least in a you know, once you start to take fire, start to go around the side, but it didn't happen there. But Insight is going to be able to take down Teddy with the nade. Now, Fury Australia, they did lose one of the player a little bit early on as the kill feed started lighting up, and they're going to have to do it without Yikakamukao. He was one of the players surviving quite late on, but now I think they, through process of elimination, have finally decided that they know exactly where Puch is here, is going to actually be located. And look at his vehicle. It's actually smoldering already. Only one more nade, I think, is enough to do it.
So he tries to push towards the enemy team. Meanwhile, we're looking at, I believe this is Magic. I can't see the name properly because they kept moving. But is it Magic?
Well, this is going to be Division X against Magic.
Division
and,
X.
Cerberus and Magic are going to be in the periphery, if not mistaken here, and going to be all around. But looks like we're going to see that day trade finally gets taken out here, as Dian is going to be able to pile on that final bit of misery. And now it looks like Circles is going to be shifting up here to that northeastern side, and could be a little bit dicey for everyone. Divine looking pretty good here in this match number 3.
Yeah. And a shot is still being fired by Division X, as they know that they are in a very open area, and they have some long-range shots where warning shots or extra shots that has been done just now, just try to attract people. Meanwhile, BAE still making a move in the map. This is where things are gonna get a little bit heated, as BA sort of like got pinned in. Division again just holding the fort, waiting for players to come in.
Yeah, and they're currently right now on that little bit of high ground that exists at Chumasera, so they are probably going to be trying to see, can they get a bit more information. Game Home is going to be very close by on that low ground. Divine, they're just going to be busy getting up their team member from up the ground there, and Konaxi, you already see, is making that rotation, but now From the Future is in trouble, as Magic Esports is going to engage with them.
Grenade!
It's a little bit of a 2-on-2 battle here, but there's trading of nades here, none of them landing just yet here, but there's going to be damage dealt here in the meantime, as Defiant here is going to be tanking quite a bit there. But now Magic Esports is also going to be licking their wounds a little bit. MUMA is actually taking quite a bit. Konaxi and Noradra, they're going to continue onwards while everyone else is busy. They overtake Kaiser Tuna, who's still going to be on the periphery. And yeah, this bump is not helping Noradra try and get up to his team member in a quick fashion.
I don't think so. Time will be enough for him. Plus, he is in very bad spot, but Noadra is trying his best, trying to get the game for his team. With that, Pro Noada takes down KL Stalji.
not a lot of HP left here for the Pcs2 player, and he's going to finally get taken down there at range. Noadra is weighing in on this one as well. He takes on Musate as well. Now Pcs2 is against the ropes here. Only bot bat's going to be left. 2 of the members going to be on all fours for now. But Division X, they are going to be here on this eastern side. It's getting absolutely crowded. They got all of the Cerberus East Gaming members coming up over the top. The nade from Subang is good. Takes down NBK. Now, they're still going to be super far away. And the double knock there from Neil IT. I'm not sure if that was a collateral in a way. But yeah, he's going to take down 2 players instantaneously there for Cerberus. And now the would-be attackers are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Disadvantage for the nade from Basil is going to settle the score. Only 1 player left here. They're moving on both sides. They're going to get the 3rd player on his knees. And now Division X is in a lot of trouble. They're going to claim the last one as well.
Oh, they're gone. They're gone, but again, nice engagement here by Super Esports. Again, same individual. Oh man, I was about to see more stuff from Basil, but Victim Rise, Gen Force throws a Kobe right into his feet, and boom goes Basil. So the next team that has been eliminated, Cerberus, again showing the skills, but Ronan throws the grenade inside, gets the knock onto Astra Extreme. Meanwhile, here's not looking good in terms of HP. You can see now his HP is in blinking rate inside from far away, trying to provide information and also maybe provide some damage for the people around him, especially I'm not so sure. Ronan just waiting it out. Astra loses a member. Fury still holding Astra, trying not to make them to actually escape the compound that they are doing. They are at, sorry.
Yeah, Astra, though, is going to be in trouble here. Not only do they have the fellow Oceania team, Fury Australia, on their doorstep, they do have more pressure coming in from that eastern side as Victim Rise also coming in. Now, there is going to be Bariram United finally getting eliminated here in this game. Now, this is looking like it's descending into a bit more chaos, but Ronan going to get taken down. Gen Boss now is actually going to be weighing down the other Oceania team, though they do have Astra going to be a little bit closer. That means they're going to be in range of all of these teams. But the Genfos and company, they do have the high ground to work with. And this could be exactly the tonic that they need. 5 kills on the board so far. Looking to try and get a few more. But they have got bigger picture aspirations in mind here as they're going to be rotating in. Blue Zone is nipping at their heels already, and Fury Australia also feeling the burn inside, healing up one last time, but he's going to be trying to get more healing from Ronan, but not sure if this is going to really help there as he's still got some ways to go.
No, it's going to be hard here for Insight, but I believe that he could actually make it, but knowing that it's near to Astra, so Insight, it's right now is threading needles here, not only fighting against the circle, but also fighting against the members, but he knows he's gonna die. But oh, Nikos, just in time, takes down Insight. Fury is the next team that has gone to the lobby. So here you go, the circle is gonna be updated real soon, and you can see the players, especially Astra and also Victim Rise, is within the edge of the circle. And Astra...
Oh, Astra, I mean, they are okay, but they are getting sandwiched by 2 sides here. Victim Rise pushing down from their northeastern edge here, but from the future is also very close. Linksy on flank watch is going to be able to spot them out. He lands a few shots, and he's going to take down Nandu here. So awesome play coming out from him. He's got one more member there from the future to worry about. The nade popping out over the top there. Not going to be able to affect him too much, but lands a few more shots there, and he picks up the 2nd kill, eliminating from the future here from this game. But now they can bring guns to bear here onto Victim Rise there. 2 of them go down here straight away, though.
The push. I believe Astra is being pushed. I think it's Nikos was being pushed. There you go. That's the push. But oh, Janfos goes down. Now Kamal is the only one left. Kamal is on blinking HP. Meanwhile, Linsky tries to get all that 1-point kills into his team. Doesn't want to get chaos, but nope, Linsky tries to push forward, but Victim Rise, Kamal's become the hero, and that is 10 kills for the Indonesian team. Victim Rise is still rising above everyone else.
And now we're going to see what Archangel can do. They're eating a lot of damage here from these long-range nades at coming out from the MSC Theathon player. CJ taking quite a bit of damage. Archangel, we haven't seen a lot from them today in match day 3. But they are looking to try and do what they can. They do have 3 players left alive here, and typically we would see them higher up the standings, but currently languishing in that 16th spot. It's not really working out for them so far in PCS2, but Divine, they are currently still the leaders here, and they are looking to try and extend the lead a little bit. Division X Gaming, of course, cutting down the lead a little bit, but now they're trying to be a little bit more resurgent. Now, they might be able to stumble upon Loki's if they're in with a shot here. The nade's coming very close here, and Loki's going to have to actually creep away, taking a bit too much damage. Now, Levi's, I think he's pretty certain of the presence of Loki's right now. He's still popping up more utility. The flashbang right in his face. Can't do anything about it. Levi's going to be taking out that final Battle Arena Elites player.
Levi's knows that the final BAE player has no choice but just to face the crosshair of Levi's. But, well, yeah. But to be honest, in game number 3, BAE actually does better in terms of placement, as they managed to get number 7 instead of 10 and under, just like in game number 1 and game number 2. So that is a slight improvement from Battle Arena Elites coming here into game number 3 in Marana. So now Circle will be updated, and there you go. Team Divine Esports is in a very good place where they have cover from 3 different buildings, and they are also as well in the circle.
Yeah, one of the only pieces of hardcover that's left here for our first Miramar round of the day. And we're going to have to see Kamals and Jimoy come in with a little bit more of an interesting rotation here. Now, they do have 2 vehicles available to them, but yeah, using them when the circle is this small is just really hard. It's going to give away your position and not make it easy for you to make that rotation. So they're going to probably creep in here, but waiting to see what other teams do. Currently, MSC Theathon, they're not going to be holding back with the vehicles. They do have the high ground here and might be able to renew hostilities there, but currently not going to be opening up. They just want to get in safe here. A lot of shots being traded here. CJ going to get taken down by DN. And now the rest of Archangel trying to move in. Currently, Killa taking quite a bit of damage. The nade might be good here, and he goes down there. And only one remaining member of Archangel Predator still on his feet, Killa. But he's actually going to be taking out Timoy. It's a 1v1 here between Killa and Kamals. Who is going to be able to come out with this? Currently, Killa is being corralled by the blue zone.
Really far. Oh, Killa throws a nice grenade towards Kamal. Kamal goes down. Back to lobby, says him. And Archangel as well will be joining as Killa finally has been taken down by that grenade. So 4 teams are left. We are actually reaching towards the final circle right here. Gameho Esports.
Yeah, still trying to control whatever angles that they can. Currently, they are going to be a little bit more on the separated side and see if they could get a little bit more information. It's very clear that Divine Esports is currently taking up residence in the compound. They have to hope that it's not going to be the standing point that they have to fight and die on. But now it looks like MSC Theathon, they're not going to give them time to think. Pios here taking already a bit of damage here, and he knows all 4 players moving up here. He's priming whatever utility he has remaining, and he's going to pop up over the top, try and land some shots. His own 1 HP there, but he's going to be able to take him down. But Vexa God here is going to go down there as Dian is going to be weighing in from that longer range. Rosita Jr. going to take down Cloris as Game Home is seemingly up against the ropes here. They only have something else. He's going to be all the way in the back. And MSC Theathon think they're going to take a little bit of a breather here. Get Vexa God back up and Yoshi Monburi.
So now 4 teams right. It looks like Team Divine managed to get double digits here as they kill down Game Home Cloris. So now, JN holding the last member from a game as hostage, and finally will be taken down. 11 kills here for this Vietnamese team. And as the circle is slowly moving in towards the new safe zone, teams trying to do their best. But Teraton, one of their members, has been knocked down.
And now looks like Tonke might be weighing in on this fight, and he takes out 2 of the members there from Divine there, seemingly unawares of his positioning and hit the solo squad member. He's going to be able to come out with the MSC Theathon. This is the breather that they need. There's only going to be 2 members of Divine that's going to be left. Nothing that can be happening for Jen and Levi's. And now looks like MSC Theathon, they stand in with a chance here of getting their second win. Currently, they have got the superior positioning in terms of their centrality to everything here, as this is the final zone. It's going to push them out from this apartment complex.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to watch how one team from Vietnam, one team from Thailand, and also another team also from Thailand. So Magic trying to do their best, but nope. Tonke has been found. Dian gets their kill. And Divine Esports, 14 kills. And now it's going to be a 2-on-2 situation. Another Thailand team has made it towards the grand final.
But yeah, this 2-on-2 situation is going to really be down to how much utility they have left. Looks like the smokes here popping out here for Divine. They're peppering the flashbangs here onto the shack. Moving up, DN is obstructing vision, but Yoshi Mumburi is going to get the snapshot. But there's shots there! Are you nuts? That is absolutely ridiculous. Turtle, he's flicking on both sides there, and he's going to be able to finish out MSC Theathon. What a play coming out there from Divine Esports. They get their first win of the day in scintillating fashion.
That was an impressive spray transfer from left to right. That is very, even for me, that is very hard to be done. But, well, he is that skillful, and in taking that kill, 2v1, no problem. Left and right, prop, done. And there you go. That chicken dinner secures a very good spot for Divine. And I'm not so sure how teams would actually cut Divine from the first place in the leaderboards. But, well, again, it shows why they are on top.
Yeah, and Divine, they took a little bit of time to warm up, but it looks as though that they finally managed to have quite a strong win there. Of course, did have some favorable positioning for the zone. That's there's no doubt about that. But closing things out here for certain engagements, it looked a little bit uncertain when we did see that the lone Magic Esports player was able to knock down 2 of them and really just not for allowing them to really succeed from that. I think they were so certain that they cleared up everything in and around the apartment complex. And it looked bad when DN went down first as Divine Esports was making that push. But yeah, I mean, Turtle, hats off to him, with that double kill.
Yeah, there's so many situations as well. But before that, here you go, guys. This is the result for game number 3, Divine with 26 points at number 1 with that chicken dinner and 16 kills. And this is the highest kill right here for day number 3. Victim Rise will be at number 2 with 12 points. MSC Terratron, 11 points. Game Hero Esports with a good 8 points again. With good 8 points, tying together with Magic Esports. Cerberus Esports with 6. Astra and Archangel Predator will have 5 for each of their team. FTF, Fury still struggling, could not get anything much here in game number 3. Buriram, from the greatness of game number 2, they have dropped down to number 11. BAE, similar fate to Fury, still cannot find their pace in, still struggle. Then there's Division X Stadium, Kaiser Tuna, and lastly, Day Trade still struggling trying to get points here for day number 3.
And now looking at the overall leaderboard, look at the lead that Divine Esports has opened up here, but deservedly so. 4 chicken dinners so far here over 3 match days, and we're not even done with the third. 78 kills in the bag. That's absolutely ginormous compared to any other team. Now, Division X Gaming, they have not had a good game number 3, seemingly a team that is not performing well on Miramar. Buriram United, they're still going to be maintaining that 3rd spot, as Battle Arena at least just didn't really get a lot going here, just like them as well. So everyone's seemingly struggling. Fury Australia also not able to capitalize on this one. They seemingly lost a lot of their members. Day number 3 has really not gone very well for them. And after being so consistent in the first week, things have gone horribly awry.
Yeah. Here you go. This is the top 5 damage. Division Dian, 1069. And another member of Divine as well is there, Levi's, where I believe Levi's is, most of the time, he's the flanker for the team, and he did a very great job by opening himself to try to get to the back lines of the enemy team. Finally, we see VTR in there. Gen Force did quite a number of devastating blows towards the enemy team as well in Miramar just now. And right here, we can see there's a few moments where we can recap back where this is going to be Iki Kamukau manages to open the frag, and the next thing you know, Ronan comes in for the second kill of the game. I'm puzzled that there's so many things, there's so many moments where teams did not realize enemies are actually very near to them. And again, the ramming vehicle strategy has been shown by then. But here, Basil, I have full respect for this guy. He is in terms of individual power, he is in another level. And yeah, I think that Basil should be doing better for this one, but since that luck was not on his side. And what I can see from the Miramar map, Jay, grenades gameplay still shows such major significance to most teams here.
Oh, absolutely. It is God tier weaponry, but now look at those shots there. But look at Turtle here. So confident in his ability. He knew exactly what was going to happen there. And he's going to absolutely shut down MSC Theathon. But yeah, Basil had some fantastic plays there. At Cerberus, looking like their old selves that we haven't seen for quite some time. And Basil's not even usually the player who is going to be fragging out. Usually we see Haisaki doing that. But now he has really stepped up quite a bit in the last game and this one as well. So let's see if Cerberus can bounce back from that in the next game.
All right, we'll see how it goes. But the next game will come up real soon. It will be the last one here for day number 3. PCS is still going to continue tomorrow for day number 4. So stay tune in on that as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready, because game number 4 will start soon. But before that, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back for the last game for PCS2 APAC region, day number 3, week number 2. All right, we are back with the PUBG Continental Series number 2 for the APAC region. All thanks to PUBG Corp and Predator. Not to forget Geek Fam for actually making this live. Still together with you guys, Play of the J and Atmats. And this is going to be, right after this is going to be the last game of day number 3. We have seen 3 different teams gain chicken dinners. Game number 1 is Division X. Game number 2 is Buriram. Number 3 is Divine. And number 4, we still have yet to see. Will the teams like Fury, Battle Arena, and Day Trade step up to the game, as this will be the last game of day number 3, and they really need to gain to get something more than just a few petty points, so that they could still be in front in terms of the positioning of in the leaderboards.
Yeah, you're quite right there, Admats. And honestly, looking at the title lead that currently Divine Esports has over the rest of the competition is getting quite significant as of right now. So that's something that these teams need to keep in mind. And once we come to a close today, we would have reached halfway point of the PCS2 Apac. So there's not a lot of rounds left for these teams to be able to get anything from this. So this is already starting to get into serious territory. And those teams which have those large and lofty aspirations of being able to take away the championship, they're going to be sweating under the collar, especially those teams that were performing in the last week. So Fury and Battle Arena Elite is definitely going to be sweating under the collar here a little bit, as they're not really firing on all cylinders. So they really need to finish out today strong and continue the push tomorrow.
So game number 4, it's going to be Miramar all over again for everyone. And it looks like the game has started. So ladies and gentlemen, the last game for day number 3. Will the teams that performed last week finally step up to the plate here in this last game of the day? And Flight Path this time around is diverted backward. We're going to start from the northern side of La Cabrera, and we'll be ending nearby to Los Higos. So you can see and some early drops here from a few teams, including actually Division X. Again, concentration is towards the middle side. El Pozo will be visited maybe by 1 or 2 teams. San Martin will definitely be visited by 1. Not so sure Power Grid will be anyone be there. Pecado will be a place to go as well. Los Leones, a bit of a stretch here from the flight path, but if vehicles are there, they can actually just enroach to that big town of Miramar. Valle de Mar is opened up to a team. I see Kaiser Tuna is going to go there. And yep, Buriram is taking the late drop here. And you can see that they are actually scattered around at the southern part of Miramar. Yep, they are playing the separation strategy. So most likely they will try to get vehicles nearby. Similar to what you're seeing right now as Dian gains Mirado. And with that, he has a vehicle. I believe he is in Monte Nuevo area, or is it El Pozo? But no, he looks like he is gonna divert to another place. So yeah, there you go. The first circle is up. Majority of the players are inside there. So it's looting time for everyone.
Yeah, I think given this kind of circle, everyone is going to be definitely pacing themselves pretty well. A lot of teams who are not inside, they're going to have to be a little bit more particular about how they want to try and get it, just because it's already quite congested given the flight path that we had and everything. So likely we're going to still see a lot of teams trying to transition into maybe on the northern side, just because it might be a little bit more spaced out, as south of the crater and whatnot might offer a lot of those high ground vantage points that teams do like to go for. It does allow them to scout out for information, just very much the same way as how we saw Mount Gatka on Erangel. A lot of teams will a lot of the time favor this kind of intel gathering, and that's why we see a lot of teams who actually send out, say, maybe one player to go get a little bit of information. Battle Arena Elite sends out Sophia multiple times as well, but other teams will be tending to favor towards that as well if they can.
So Here you go. We've seen this now earlier, where this divine gaming player was actually scouting from afar to see whether is there anyone in the compound that he was about to go. So he sees that as a clear, drives the truck over there, and so he's gonna continue looting. So Neil T is there all alone again, as said by Jay, maybe sending one or two guys slightly further than the other teammates, just to provide maybe extra info and intel. And usually these kind of player are Division X player, like for this one is Fergus. Usually these kind of players are strong in terms of trying to go for any kind of fights. Especially in those situations where it might be 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4. So, by having intel earlier or spreading the members in a bigger perimeter could give some advantage, as room can be made just from a few information that has been gathered in.
Yeah, teams usually have to try and secure a plot of area first before they can really take it to the next level. That's why you see some teams, maybe in general, they do have a lot of strategies which involve early rotations, because they know a particular area and know how to play it well. So they might favor moving early on just to try and take advantage of it. Although, of course, the most experienced teams will be able to make do with the current situation, whatever it is. And now it looks like Fury Australia has been disposed at the top of the damage charts here. Now it's going to be Divine ultimately overtaking them with 12,815. Dian contributing a massive 37%. So he is really doing the work. He's also going to be weighing in with most of the 78 kills that Divine currently has. As Bariram, look at the difference here. It's 27 kills difference, as Divine really a class above the rest.
So yeah, shots has been fired. I'm not so sure where was it to or where was it from. By the way, guys, the code for some PCS2 merchandise in-game is up. So make sure you guys get it, claim it before it runs out, because, well, it's a limited edition, so you won't get it anywhere else, only from watching PCS2 Apac region right here. And we're looking at Valax, a member from Magic Esports. And I think he was looking at Hisaki from Cerberus. Maybe he saw a small pixel movement quite far from him. So Hisaki took the safe route, maybe retreated a bit, repositioning back again before scouting over the area here by using the vantage point as a field of view. And in Los Leones, we can see the Australia and Oceanic team, Fury, scouring in over inside.
Yeah, they're going to have to decide how they want to try and transition. They know that they can't get in too early, so they're not trying. Now, it is only halfway done in terms of the blue zone contraction here, but they're already going to be positioning themselves a little bit further south, collect a little bit more loot, and converge all the team members together. Yikakamuka looting up a little bit more, but there's actually going to be Kaiser Tuna rotating a little bit close here to two of the members of Victim Rise. Now, Victim Rise, they've been a little bit on the aggressive side so far. Now, that has been yielding some dividends for them, but inconsistency other times. But remember, in the previous round, they did manage to get garner 10 kills. So it's the only team other than Divine Esports that managed to get double-digit kills in that previous round. So definitely one of the teams that will stir the pot. But now we will see that Kaiser Tuna moving inside the compound. They might stumble upon Chibrit. Currently, it's going to be surviving for this one. He's keeping things quiet.
Yeah. So Victim Rise, Chibrit, proning in over, because he knows that the moment he goes up or tries to actually take a peek, Kaiser Tuna might get that room to have his head off, because his helmet is not so healthy. But Chimoy, however, will be the first member to be knocked down, as Bobtas will go. Botbass will go and get that first blood of the game. There you go, first blood is there. And Kaiser Tuna sticking together. They know that there is one more member of Victim Rise within the vicinity, and it's Chibret. Chibret still awaiting for the surprise attack. If Kaiser Tuna were to come in to the shack where he is actually sitting in, maybe Chibret might be able to actually gain at least 1 or 2 kills before anything bad else happen. So chugging in a soda, but meanwhile Haisaki, however, has been found by Magic, and Haisaki will definitely be killed over there. So Magic gets a point here in the early stages of game number 4.
Yeah, a little bit of trade there. I think one of the Magic Esports players down, of course, and now they're starting to congregate. But now it looks like Chibarit is going to be able to get out of this one alive. I'm pretty sure he's thanking his lucky stars. Nothing else happened. But Game Home going big onto X Stadium here as they're starting to push into the compound, already taking quite a bit of losses here. 2 of the players going to get taken down. There's only 1 left up here on the 2nd floor of the concrete building. Now he's going to crawl out here, but I think they're going to hear that he jumped out of the building in quick fashion here. The nade starting to prime a little bit more. There's only Jaken that's left here. Goktan on the ground. Not sure that this is going to be anything that he can do. He's going to be opening unexpectedly, but he's going to be tanking quite a bit of damage himself. He's not going to be able to continue to heal anymore, as there's still going to be lasting pressure. Finally, popping the molly might be having a little bit more breathing room.
Yep, that's true. So, but it does not deter Game Home from trying to push in. But it looks like on the other side of the map, Magic is fighting against Cerberus. And I believe Cerberus is left with only 1 last member. Pressure on towards X Stadium Jaken, as grenades has been thrown on towards the 2nd floor. And there is the final nail to the coffin. Nice grenade right in front of Jaken. So X Stadium will be the first team eliminated here in game number 4.
And Game Home going to be reaping the benefits of that one there. But yeah, Sulabi was got a 3K, I believe, onto the likes of Cerberus. They only have 1 player left here. So after what looked like a promising start to day number 3, it's starting to go horribly wrong yet again. But when I say promising start, better than in rounds 2 and 3 compared to, say, round 1. But round 4 is looking a little bit on the dire side. Astra currently here at Power Grid. They're going to be right next to God New. It's one of the sole members here for Game Home. The rest have gone a little bit further north, but it's going to be sandwiched here with MSC Therathon in the factory.
Astra as well is trying actually to get God New, who is actually proning nearby. So there you go. 4 members tries to push towards that member of Game. Extreme almost got knocked down, but God New was actually hit shotted by Extreme. Nikos comes in to get that secure kill. So 1 point for Astra, the Australia Oceanic team. A good start for them, even though it's just 1 point, but every point counts. Nearby to Power Grid, inside Power Grid as well. That again, Teraton. I think they know that there was a small fight happening outside or near to them. So as you can see, the movement from the Thailand team has become a little bit cautious. Meanwhile, Division X still looks like they're still gathering intel, still want to know where the enemy team is, as all of the members are actually very far apart.
Yeah, and they're all the way there in El Pozo, so they're definitely waiting for the zone to come in here and waiting for the right moment to strike. They are hoping to try and ascend up the standings a little bit here, but the lead opening up so much. But Basil here taking quite a bit of damage. Ronan, though, will be obliging and going to be seeing him out as Cerberus bows a little early here. Now, there is going to be Fury Australia going to be still right in the center, seemingly a little reward for that altercation that they did manage to secure at Power Grid. But Power Grid, yes, is going to be coming even more crowded. MSC Therathon has got their plates full in terms of what they have to try and manage as Fury Australia taking up residence on that southern side.
Yeah, we're looking at BAE here taking the high ground. They want to get a better vantage point of what's going on around them, but apparently in the area that they are in, there's not much threat. However, some long shots with Mini 14s, long shots with the DMRs actually, has been fired. Again, Division X. Finally, they are slowly starting to actually gather. Meanwhile, Divine is paused here on our camera, letting the Tunas, Kaiser Tunas, to actually just go through. However, the Indonesian team, Victim Rise, sprays towards members of Kaiser Tuna, but not much threat can be done. Now, BAE, will they know that there is a game home? Nefehor
right.
taking over.
Yeah, I mean, right now, still gathering a little bit of information before they do anything too hasty. But Tonke, though, is going to get taken down by God Meow at long range. I think there's a little bit of a kill steal there. But now, Magic Esports, they're going to be transitioning a little bit themselves, as if you're Australia, just really not going to allow a lot of space on that southern side. Remember, they have already started to move into Power Grid, but they are starting to control the surrounding areas as best as they can, because that's definitely going to allow them to force these teams to fight each other, and that's definitely what you want in the later stages. Division X Gaming take care of Residents here, right next to Divine. They might be able to get a little bit of revenge onto their Vietnamese counterpart, but there is going to be Turtle from the high ground. He's actually taking the shot in the back there, but he's going to thank his lucky stars that it wasn't more damaging there from the future. Going to be, of course, weighing down on that as the Indonesian team looking to make a splash here in game number 4.
Yep. So Divine gets the point. Levi's did a very great job. However, maybe on just near to them actually, it's actually Division X moving away. The sound of the engines of the cars has been heard. You can see JN might have vision here right in front. Will he go for the spray? Nope. He goes for the patient game. Trigger discipline. Not gonna spray instantly. However, Kalps from Archangel gets the kill and knock on towards along K. And a little bit too late here. Division X has lost 2 members. Meanwhile, Game Home and BAE might be in a confrontation soon.
Definitely a good trade there for Kalps, all things considered, but he's going to be taken out of this one. Now, see that Power Grid furthermore going to still be the center of focus. And look at the number of teams that Fury Australia could potentially gatekeep. Still seeing Archangel, Day Trade all moving up from the south side, from the futures already in that zone. So they could offer a little bit more pressure onto Division X. But let's not forget, Divine going to start sandwiching in on that western side, but they do have Victim Rise to worry about. Kaiser Tuna, again, inside the zone. It's just not looking like a lot of space. I'm not sure how our current leaders are going to be able to sustain through this. They're going to have to exercise quite a bit of caution here. But on the eastern side, we're also seeing that Buriram United and Magic Esports, they're also starting to make some of these moves themselves, as it's seemingly got a lot more real estate available, as the western side is looking absolutely claustrophobic.
BE as well still haven't pushed in, but however, Sophia looks like wants to go for the flank. Flood has been knocked down. I think he could still be revived up, but oh, Sophia has been found. Instantly runs back. I'm like, oh dude, no dude, I'm not gonna go. It's gonna be hard for me as they have found me. So Sophia falls back. So BAE again tries to find that sweet spot to actually try to get the engagement towards Game Hero. However, on the other side of the map, this is a 4-man. It's a 4-squad Royal Rumble. Sorry, 4 squad? Yeah, no, 3 squad Rumble here, which is Kaiser Tuna, Victim Rise, and also Divine Esports. However, on the kill front, you can see that Ronan from Fury gets that knock on towards towards Day Flash.
Right now, things are getting a little bit dicey here. Cheever here getting taken down, but now Battle Arena Elite starting to renew hostilities here against Game Home after licking their wounds just now. Sophia back in the building here, up close. Neferhor is down on the ground now. Flood already is going to be back in action, but now can they do it with the 3 members that they have? Game Home seemingly having quite a bit of utility to toss in the direction of Battle Arena Elite. Sophia taking quite a bit of damage as well. Going to have to boost up a little bit more, but they can afford to take their time with the fight. They are currently inside the zone, but they're on the periphery, so they have to really manage how the timing and entanglement is going to factor on. 30 plus seconds left here, but Yuka Mukau is going to take down Veronica by surprise. Day trade just still not inside there, and their Vanguard is going to be expiring.
However, Division X, Tuna Musate gets the kill on towards the last member, so Division X Gaming is no more in the game as they have been eliminated away. Again, Day Trade is still fighting it off against Fury. Meanwhile, Circle will be updated. I believe it will close down towards Power Grid. Still, Power Grid is within the Circle. Victim Rise, the last member dies to the zone. So one more team has been eliminated from our match. Their counterpart, sister team, which is from the future, is trying to confront Divine Esports from quite a distance here.
Currently, with Jen out of the picture here, Divine has to manage with just the 3 players, but it's a little bit difficult to terrain. Sophia going down here after trying to go for the aggressive plays against Clory's. Gonna get instantly thirsted here. Loki is finally bleeding out. Battle Arena Elites have only got 2 left. Now, it's looking a bit hard, but Neferhor might settle the score a little bit here through the nade. Now, he's still trying to see, can he confirm that with the Molotov here? Clory's here taking quite a bit of damage as a result. Pios having to take a little bit of a breather himself. This 2v2 might go on for a little bit longer here as both teams, of course, going to be still inside the zone. Pios, though, taking quite a bit of damage to try and get to Clory's. This could be Battle Arena Elites trying to steal it. They know that the res is going off at the moment, but there's just a little that they can do. Currently, that barn factory area that they're currently residing in only has a couple doors to aim at, and that's really difficult. Look at how many more angles that they have to clear just trying to move into the Game Home players, and just like that, Cloris is back up on his feet.
Oh, again, Flood tries to get that small pick shot on towards the enemy team, but could not do so. Meanwhile, Divine is still at it this time. They are actually falling back quite a bit. Meanwhile, Dian is trying to be separating from his team. But however, it looks like Turtle might gather as A-Star do some shots. FTF has been eliminated. The last kill was given to a Steraton, but you can see now Divine at the back. The Kaiser Tuna managed to get that knock on towards. I don't think it's a knock. Yeah, no, Turtle is still in and clear. Turtle is still there. So Flash has been thrown towards Stalgy, but Stalgy will have been knocked down by Levi's. Was it? No, it was actually A-Star Extreme. So he died off. So Kaiser Tuna maybe made a regretful decision of trying to engage towards Divine Esports without taking information or without taking notice that maybe there is another squad near to them.
And now look at this circle here. No one is seemingly having a good spot except for MSC Theathon, but they're shooting long range. We saw them got the knot on to one of the Battle Arena Elite players far away, but now Astra looks like they are in such a bad position here. They're going to get absolutely pancaked here if there's going to be pressure coming out from all sides. Divine moving up here onto the higher ground, not able to do much. Killa getting found out by Joxy, so that's one less factor to the equation, but that's still going to be very dicey for Astra in general, just because how little space. All this time, mind you, the MSC Theathon, they've had some great vision over this area. There's a limit to how far they can push up. Currently, Flood trying to do what he can. Something else going down, but the refrag is there, and Glories is going to be putting an end to the Malaysian squad here. But now there is only going to be 8 teams left as we're entering our seemingly last 8 minutes of match number 4.
Yeah, Circle 6 is closing in. Divine Esports still holding position. Mu Sate gets the hit shot towards Device. Grenade has been thrown out. Looks like Divine is getting a little bit desperate here as they are getting a little bit more aggressive towards the fight. Dian gets the kill onto Musate. Meanwhile, Kaiser Tuna has been eliminated due to the fact that A-Star is there. Astra was there to actually eliminate that last member from Kaiser Tuna. Divine Esports doing their best in order to still be in this game. But it looks like both of the Australian Oceanic team is being quite aggressive here in this last game. We can see Astra and Fury trying to show their colors bit by bit. Now grenade has been thrown here and they're trying to get that niche kill on towards the enemy team. Fury will go for the push. Flash is thrown as well. Meanwhile, Astra still holding their fort here, even though the only thing that saves them are actually the ledges of this hill. Nikos gets that hit shot, knock on towards Ronan. Linsky as well tries his what he can to actually take down the enemy team, but Yi Kikamukau gets the kill on towards Nikos. Meanwhile, the Divine Levi's gets the kill. I believe it was a KS knockdown kill done by Levi's by killing a member from Team Astra. With that, Fury was actually lucky enough to have all 4 members still alive. So now approaching, I believe this is circle number 7. There you go, still playing with the edges of the dunes in this open map Miramar. But Fury is still at it again, showing Fury. But it looks like Teraton, MSC Teraton is the one that eliminated another team. So 5 teams left after Astra, last member, has been killed here by Fury inside, with 17 members or players still alive in the 20-minute mark of the game.
Oh, now Divine Esports is in trouble. Fury looking to add to the 8 kills. They're going to be mowing down 1. They almost managed to get 1 more. Yuki Kamukau gets taken down here. Doxy and Insight unleashing though, and it is going to be Ronan also contributing as Turtle and Levi's both going down. And it looks like our leaders are going to be out here and not getting into the top 4. Buriram United, they're looking for their second of the day. They're going to push on to game home. And it looks like Glories is down here, but it looks like Pios is actually going to be bugging out a little bit closer towards the zone here. Not sure if he can do it. In the meantime, MSC Theathon, they're unloading onto Ronan and the rest here. But Buriram United, they will clear out the final player here from game home. Down to the top 3 now. But look at the vantage point that MSC Theathon has available here. They're moving out from their factory complex that has worked so well for them so far in this game. But they are looking to see if they can put a little bit more hurt. Insight going down here as well. And that's Eddie, in fact, as third-party action going to be to the detriment of the Oceanic team.
All right, there you go. Another Oceanic team that has been eliminated. Now we're down to only 3. Fury is still up though, but I'm not so sure how long will they hold this as MSC. Teraton is going for the push. Oh, Joxy and Ronan instantly has been mowed down and killed. Has been tested without second thoughts. And Fury from 4 members now left, only 2. Teraton found another one. Yoshi Minburi will be the one knocked down, but since that he is nearby his team members, it will be okay for him to go back up.
I think they did. I think they did manage to see Yuki Kamukau very briefly there. But of course, he did manage to get the heal off just in time. So they're going to be taking their time to see how they want to do this. Janku is going to be still inside the factory, so might be able to offer some good angles there. As the rest of the MC Theathon players, they're going to try and see, can they maintain this high ground for as long as possible. Currently, Buriram is the one that has to actually transition further uphill. They're not inside the zone. Yuki Kamukau is going to be the one factor that MSC Therathon will want to remove from this equation here if they're going to be sustaining on. But he does have the rock there available here, but Vexagod is going to pop up at the right time. Now, Eddie moving in here. He's taking quite a bit of damage. They're going to the same rock that Yikamuka was at just now. God now is taking a little bit more damage on that side. MSC Therathon starting to close in. They only have one player in the back here, Burry Rum. They have 7 kills in this game. Could they get a little bit more? They managed to catch the flank watch in the form of Vexagod. It's lying prone there. Couldn't do a lot there. And now it's a 4-on-3.
4-on-3 with 2 squads left. There's going to be two Thailand team. MSC Therathon versus Buriram United Esports. Buriram will be in a good spot here if they manage to get this chicken dinner, because with 10 kills and 10 points from chicken dinner, they will get a hefty 20 that will help them to actually shift, I believe, to number 2 in the leaderboards. But before that, they really need to have this fight going on. MSC has still holding quite a broad vision advantage against Buriram. On contrast, Buriram it looks like they are stuck here, but since that this is gonna be the last circle moving in, so I believe that we're gonna have some shootout soon enough.
Look at the level of entrenchment of both teams. God Meow and Yoshi Minburi right next to each other. And all it takes is for the main 6 to engage one another. And I think that they are going to start popping their heads up there. I'm not sure if they're so aware of how close they are. Yoshi Minburi going to be a bit closer. Janku as well, close to the center here. But lots of damage being done to Janku there. Now, does look like Rosita Jr. and Vexagod. They're going to have to play their cards right. They deal a bit of damage, but Noradra is going to get the first pick. Yoshi Minburi refrags here onto Noradra. Now, this is looking absolutely detrimental to Buriram United. They're trying to get the res off here, and now only Eddie is left here with a fraction of HP. What is he going to do? Vexagod moving up over the top, and it looks like MSC Therathon is going to be able to claim just their second win of the tournament, and they're going to get double-digit kills to boot.
Yeah, I think the main factor that give advantage towards MSC Therathon was how they scattered their players. They opened up broadly from left to right, giving quite a good field of vision on the movement of Buriram. In contrast, you can see Buriram was sort of like trapped in the cone that has been set up by Therathon. So that's why the Buriram might be in a space of overwhelming. So that's why when Therathon pushed in, it's as if that a big shovel is already ready to just scoop them up one by one. And we've seen how Therathon just pushed it one by one. The members just dropping down, knocked it down one by one, up to point the last member could not even handle the emergence of Therathon coming from left to right. So in the end, he can't do much. He has finally been killed there by MSC Therathon, and giving Therathon, I believe, the second chicken dinner for them in Pcs2 Apac region here.
Yeah, and MSC Therathon, now we've always lamented how they need to be performing a little bit better here at this regional level, but they have won the last 2 Thai leagues, and just not able to translate that success over. But when they're faced with just Thai teams, apparently it seems as though that they can deliver here even on the biggest of stages, and they're going to be able to get that 20-point game here from this. This is going to help them vault up the standings. They were looking to try and break into the top half, but this is definitely going to help them significantly. Fury Australia bouncing back here, getting 11 kills here in this game. Going to be absolutely essential for them to maintain pace at the top of the table. Buriram United highly likely to overtake in that second position, as you mentioned, Admats, with the 13 points that they managed to garner from this. Came home also going to be getting double-digit kills here, double-digit points, as they're going to get 11. Divine seemingly dropping the pace a little bit here, but still able to garner 8 points. Yeah,
and again, BAE not stepping up to plate. Day trade as well, struggling even on the last game, gains a point. We can see some significant jump from the Australian team, as Fury is at number 2 and Astra is at number 6. And Cerberus, this time around, not too great. Number 13, not much, no point has been given. Victim rise in game number 3. They really look like they rise quite a bit, but in this last game, it looks like maybe they are the victim of wrong timings or just maybe wrong execution here and there. But one more thing is Kaiser Tuna. We've seen how Kaiser Tuna tries to go for the engage, but most of the engagement that has been done by them is in an area where they are exposed and very easily to be picked up by any other enemy team that can find them. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, here is the total leaderboard. Divine still stay Divine at number 1, 136 points with 4 chicken dinners after 3 days. Buriram, finally, even with 13 points, Buriram squeezed through to number 2, gets 91, and also 2 chicken dinner in PCS right here. Fury, still no chicken to be eaten, but gets number 3 with that nice 90 points. The last game contributed quite a lot in this jump here. Division X dropped to number 4. BAE drops even further now at number 5. MSC Teratom from number 9 now is at number 6. J-Trade drops to, I believe, 2 paces down. Game Home Esports jumps up to number 8. Astra drops down a bit due to the fact that Game Home is there. Kaiser Tuna as well made some drops, and also the other remaining team that is still struggling to go to the leaderboards.
Yeah, so Battle Arena Elites and Daytrade still sliding down the standings here. And now with Divine Esports having 45 points lead is looking imperious at the top. But yeah, in this game, we did see quite a number of fractious engagements there. Calb's doing what he could, able to take down 2 of Division X Gaming, slowing their assault there at the top of the standings. And they are going to be dropping from that 2nd place. They are now languishing in 4th. It's not been working out. Fury Australia have been going ham, but they've been put in such a difficult spot there and getting absolutely sandwiched between a number of teams.
Yeah, that's true as well. Again, in the last game, we see how the Australian and Oceanic team bounced back after the previous 3 games where both of the Australian and Oceanic team actually did not to the expectation of what we want to see. Even though they didn't get that chicken dinner, however, but they still get to rake in points, as you can see now. As I was talking about them, Fury Yukikamukao, I'm still having a hard time saying the name. Yukikamukao, you can see that he is the top damage dealer in game number 4 with 835. His teammate, Juicy, is also in the list at number 4. Yeah, Yoshimin Buri, you can see how he pushed in. Does some damage here and there. A familiar face in the damage board. Dian is still there. And Sulabi creeping in number 5.
Yeah, and to round out on the damage side of things here, Dian and Levi's both getting 1,500 plus damage, 1769 for Dian in particular. Noradra and Eddie are going to be filling things out here for Team Buriram United, and just not able to win out in the final fight there, but they're going to be stacking quite a bit of damage here. Basil also going to make his way in here, has he's really been dealing quite a bit of that in today's competition. But of course, Cerberus has not been able to live up as much as Basil would have liked, but he's definitely trying to do what he can. And in terms of our top killers for today, of course, we will see Levi's getting 12 here. Basil doing the work. I don't think we can question this man, as he's definitely been weighing in. Yoshi Minburi also with the 10 kills there, and definitely vital for some of the success that we've seen some from MSC Theathon today. So Lobby and Genfos also going to round up in our top 5.
Yeah, so again, a little bit of a different spectrum here coming for, starting off week 2 here. Day 3 shows that the teams that it was not performing very well much in the previous week came back stronger here. We've seen some individuals that we expected them to shine. Some did, but most of them did not. And the unexpected players coming up, for example, like Basil, we didn't expect that he would be this vicious, as I can say. in day number 3, both in the top kills and also top damage that's been done. This guy is in his own term is in a whole another level. And yeah, day number 3, surprise by surprise by surprise. We've seen how teams try to do the new strategy of the new strategy of ramming their vehicles to engage the enemy team, but in the end failed. We see how so many grenade plays that has been done with so many good angles and also a good placement of grenades. There's also some strategies that were not used in the previous week, but was used in day 1 of this week.
Absolutely, and I think overall we've seen quite a shakeup in the standings. Different teams have risen to the plate, and a lot of the challengers seemingly not very consistent. But Divine has not only managed to increase the lead; it is now at a staggering 45 points. And when we started today, after taking into account the points adjustment, Battle Arena Elites, they were 20 points off the top of the pace. Now they have slunk all the way down to 5th spot. And MSC Theathon, our final winners, of course, just within touching distance of overtaking them, as they have really not got much traction going here in day number 3. But that does mean that, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the halfway point. And honestly, looking at this is going to be fascinating to see who is going to be able to turn it up tomorrow and also in the final week of the competition. And I'm definitely looking forward for tomorrow. And again, just one big thanks to our sponsors, Predator, of course, PUBG Corporation. And this is all brought to you by Geek Events. And of course, big thanks to all of you viewers for tuning in to the show. I hope that you did manage to try and get a hold of some of those delicious PCS2 skins. More codes will be given away tomorrow and also in the final week. And I think that's almost it for us. Do you have any final words, Admans, before we sign off for this evening?
All right, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all that has made PCS2 came through. Again, PUBG Corp, Predator, and also Geek Fam for making everything possible. Thank you guys all for having me be part of PCS2. I didn't expect to be called over to cast such a prestigious event, and I am actually again, it was a very shaky start for me, very nervous, but it was a good experience for me. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching.